good coach, you have to be top of everything.
So who is your top of everything coach? That's what I'm asking.
I tell you, me not have that because you have.
If me have, you know, leave me alone. Then, Omar.
Greetings and salutations. I want to start with a little song this morning. It'd soon be done. All the troubles and trials. Can we sing another death song for West Indies cricket? When I get home on the other side. The death of West Indies cricket. Greetings and salutations. I'm Euclid.
Greetings, listeners.
The lowest of lows. West Indies getting knocked out of a World Cup by Scotland and Ireland and something.
Yeah, coming dead last to the minnows.
My goodness. Ricky Skerritt has put out a statement, people. I am deeply, this is Ricky Skerritt now. I'm reading directly, quoting verbatim. I am deeply disappointed with the performance results of our team in Australia, and I appreciate the sense of utter frustration that is being experienced by many. The ongoing inability of our batsmen to prevail over opposing slow bowling continued to be an obvious weakness in Australia, and untimely shot selection seems to be deeply embedded in the batting culture of our senior team. However, I want to ensure stakeholders that a thorough post-mortem will be carried out on all aspects of our World Cup preparation and performance, and that solutions will be found in keeping with CWI's strategy to improve the quality and sustainability of cricket on all fronts and in all formats. West Indies cricket is bigger than any one individual or event and continues to need the input and support of all stakeholders. What do you make of that?
So like a true politician, you know? Something nice to say.
Shakespeare has a play, you know, called Much Ado About Nothing.
Yes, that's a nice political talk.
This is just one nice political statement.
Yes, indeed.
Meaning nothing. And then Dave Cameron, the former president,
sent out a tweet.
This is what failure looks like.
Yeah.
Let's see who will do the Liz Truss thing. And there was a photograph with Mr. Skerritt shaking our Phil Simmons' hand. It soon be done. Listen, people. None of this has surprised me. At the game last night, you realize how everybody out? All the batsmen out yesterday. I tried last about. Don't pass some big ground down Australia. They have no other way to score. All the batsmen get out in the deep trying to liquid the ball. How long they think that method will last? Anyway, the colours are here.
Alrick.
Hello.
Yes, Alrick.
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
Howdy.
I wasn't hearing anything on the phone.
Yeah, man.
All right, so I was trying to call yesterday, but I couldn't get in at all.
Yeah.
But first of all, I want to big up Ireland and Zimbabwe, you know.
Yes.
Yeah, man, big them up, man. And I'm glad that Ireland put us out of our misery because we couldn't go into the main draw with Pooran as captain and for him to further embarrass us. So I want to start here with West Indies. And first of all, I didn't make for a do-or-die match. They didn't approach the game as if it was such. Didn't make enough run, and then Pooran again continues to befuddle the mind. Look at his bowling changes this morning. And for the life of me, I don't understand what else Alzar Joseph has to do to get the ball first up. He started with Obed McCoy, which is fine. You're not going to give Alzar first bite of the cherry. You give Obed McCoy. He conceded 5 runs off his first over. The next over, I thought he would have given Alzar the ball. He gave Akil Hussain. He conceded 16 runs off his first over, which was the second over. What is shocking to me as a cricketer, the next over, he never bowled back Obed McCoy, so he give him 1 over and bring out Alzar Joseph for the 3rd over. And then for the 4th over, Alzar conceded 10 runs, by the way. And for the 4th over, he make another change. Odin Smith, who considered 14 runs. Pooran cannot be learning the cricket while him playing the cricket. The captain, he need to let go the captaincy. He's bigger than him right now.
Well, all of the bowlers got beaten up yesterday, though, or last
I
night.
agree. What I'm saying is it's just the logic behind the selection, the choices. That's what I have a problem with. You can't have prior to the match.
But Alrick, I hear you, you know, I analysis spot on, you know, but the players have to take some, have to have some board them, my boss. You can't be
No, man, I agree, no. I agree.
How many? Which team have more people in IPL and the other T20 cricket around the world? West Indians are Scotland or Ireland. Which one?
West
No,
Indies.
So we don't understand how we have made these people. We come dead last now 4-team tournament with the minnows, my boss.
Exactly. So that's why I'm glad that Ireland put you out of the misery, because and as a captain, Pooran is clueless as a captain, and it is evident for everybody to see. And if you have a lead, it's like blind leading the blind on the field. And what I want to call it, because I wanted to see if he really was going to open the ball with Mayer's arm today. Mayers didn't get the ball.
At all, yes.
Because as Orville was saying yesterday, which I wanted, because Orville was saying that Mayers had 1 wicket, he corrected himself later. Mayers has taken no wicket.
No international
in
wicket.
T20 international. He has opened the bowling on 6 occasions.
Yeah.
And he bowled 9 overs for 96 runs at a run rate of 10.66.
Yes.
And this is the man that has been opening the bowling for West Indies.
Somebody needs to explain that. The
Crazy.
man opening the bowling has never out nobody in a cricket before.
Exactly.
In that this kind of cricket. And it's not a one-off experiment. You say,
No,
so
that's
him not out nobody the first game, he not out nobody the second game, he not out nobody the third game, and him still get the ball 4th, 5th, and 6th.
From New Zealand, I'm try to experiment enough from New Zealand.
No.
The man bowl, and the thing is, him open the bowling, I'm not competing 4 overs. You're opening bowler.
That's my argument.
More times than not, must bowl 4.
If he's good enough to open the bowling, then why am not good enough for bowl 4? That's a brilliant point, you know. You're opening bowler, and you're most arguably one of your most potent bowler.
Exactly.
Another thing.
It's either going to be economical and most potent.
I'm going to
get the man.
Yeah.
The man not getting 4 overs. And them keep persisting with him opening the batting as well. Look how much opening batsman we have. Why Brandon King can't open the batting?
Good question again.
These people are crazy.
Brandon, Evan Lewis, Johnson Charles.
And
why the experiment with Myers?
These people are jokers. I'm glad Ireland send them home. The second them want to have. CR7. The man thing I look away now, you know. And I must big up Eric Ten Hag again. Because I know my position and these players are already, you know. So news is now emerging that the man refused to come on as a substitute. Because we know him left the match before the final whistle. Jump them can left the stadium while him team still on the field. And this is something that he has done before. And I'm glad that Eric Ten Hag has laid down the law.
Yeah.
And has made him known in no uncertain way that he's not going to tolerate this kind of behavior. So he has been asked from
the Chelsea game
for Chelsea on Saturday. And the thing with Ronaldo wants to play the biggest matches.
He did put out some kind of apology for his behavior.
That is a rubbish. That's not an apology, Orville. I don't know what that is. You don't wear the paper that it was written on.
Oh.
That's not an apology. The man, if you come out and apologize, matter about him respecting him teammates and he must set example for the younger players. But what he did is not setting any example for the younger players, and he has disrespected his teammates. They were out here on the field. The coach called if you come up on the field. Instead of you coming on the field, you walk around the tunnel.
It's a sad way for a great career to be.
Exactly. The man doesn't make the thing look away. And you're going to hear some of his most ardent supporters coming out to support him. This cannot be supported. And I'm glad that Ten Hag is a coach that Manchester United needed. All of the other coaches want to be friends with Ronaldo.
Why did Ten Hag insist that it must be? Was it Ten Hag or the...
Did they insist?
Or the Manchester United?
It's Ten Hag, and he was supported by the board.
No, did they insist on him staying? I think it was a case where Ronaldo wanted a Champions League move. And now the Champions team was...
Manchester has to be blamed as well, you know, because the man wants to leave.
No. They couldn't find any suitors for him.
That's the thing.
You know, Ronaldo wages is very high now, boss. So no team going to take a 37-year-old man who was slowed down for that amount of money.
I know.
So
So he wanted to go to play on Champions League football, but no top team was really interested in him.
Okay.
Exactly. So he got an offer from somewhere down UAE or so to play.
Yeah, for some big money, and he refused.
Champions League, you want to play?
Yeah.
Messi I live rent-free in brain. But that is his problem.
All right, Alrick, big up.
Yeah, man, cool.
Leave it, sir.
All right, man from afar.
Man from afar.
Yes, man, what's up?
Oh, let's sanctify the Lord.
All right. Well,
ashes to ashes and dust to dust.
Just like Alrick said, he's glad that Ireland really rid West Indies first. I agree with him. You know, but this I went beating on the captain. I want to think that it is much wider than the captain, though.
I agree.
Yeah, man.
Yes, it is much wider than the captain. If you repeatedly making some questionable decision in games, no, the coach is there and his staff.
I remember Poran is a new captain, you know, and Poran is not a big experience, long time player. If I can tell Phil Simmons,
right.
So I look towards Phil Simmons mainly, my boss, in terms of the decisions like opening the bowling and the lineup and batting lineup and all of that. Yeah.
These decisions are poor. Let us bring you right to end there when 6 over for the West Indies to conclude. It is quick thinking and people who want to make a difference at the World Cup. I mean, no, the management, right? How you going to bring Puran who is woefully out of form in recent games? It is at that time I think you should bring in Odean Smith, because the hit and miss that Odean was hitting and missing, you know, it was just frustration because he should be there earlier, you know. Odean possibly could get up also up at a better score had he been there even 2 or 3 overs earlier.
So you want to hide the skipper?
Yeah, of course you should hide him, because it is clear why we're going to send him, because he's skipper and see that he's not making any greater impression.
If you have to hide the skipper, man, that
yes, but you must hide him, because that is the reality. That is the reality. You can't bring Puran there at that time when we have even Jason Holder, we have Odean Smith who can get. It was 5 over left at that time, you know.
You can't back Jason before the captain. Odean Smith.
How you mean that we can't do this?
You have to look like a laughing stock, my boss.
No,
the big old captain can't back. The big old captain.
It is these things that we are doing, you know, make us look so ordinary, you know. You have to do different things. It is clear that the captain is not informed.
Hold the line, man, from afar. Hold the line. We have a break. We'll take the break. We're coming back.
Yes, man from afar.
Yeah, yes, Harvey. So I am some of these people, callers and some talk show hosts elsewhere, must look at the situation and take their licks. Terms of, you know where they started? When this administration comes in, they make a U-turn and go for all the persons that were asked 4 years ago. And now I still contend, I said it already on the sports that just because of malice, I can't see where you go and pick your favorite and pick who you want. And now, see what we reach to. I am not sorry that we are out of the World Cup, right? Because I am calling for Ricky Skerritt and his team.
But man from afar, me think would have do this bad if Pollard was there still. I think would at least get to the Super 12 with Pollard and Bravo, even at this stage, and Russell. We have to just be honest.
No, but they
think they would have beat up like Ireland this morning, my boss. They might not would have done well when they get to the Super 12, but they definitely would have beat Liquid some ball against Ireland.
They are on the decline, Zidane. They really would be on their way out. That is. I think what we need is need to be focused.
Man from afar, I think you understand how poor we were in this Zimbabwe, my boss, Scotland and Ireland all finish ahead of us.
Yes, I know.
I see.
It is
Russell and Pollard them go to the 50 over World Cup and we never performed none of
against these.
Well, no.
No, that's what I'm saying. We might not have done well at the Super 12 with them, But we think they would do better against these.
Pollard, I believe Pollard smells the rat, and whatever happened, Pollard was not getting it
Pollard side coming.
West Indies.
Pollard side
he
coming.
was not getting it well Zidane at West Indies.
Where's the man from afar? Pollard saw the disaster coming and lift up.
Yeah, yes.
Maybe.
Yes,
Right.
because he himself couldn't help. And I believe that individually people must hold up their hand. Just like in football when I hear people talk about people winning World Cup and so on. I think people, if you're an exceptional player, I think at some point you must hold up your hand. Be a standout competitor so that people can say, yes, you was exemplary in your performance.
All right, man from afar.
Man from afar, we'll even get there.
I've that from Pollard and Pollard, no worse. So
Yeah.
I am calling for Ricky Skerritt and his team to go immediately.
All right,
And
man
let us
from...
put a system in place whereby the people of the Caribbean can
Point made, man from afar.
I feel your pain, man.
Point made.
Big up.
Drink some water and watch your pressure, my friend. Jamie.
Hey, afternoon.
Afternoon, Jamie.
How are you, Jamie?
Yeah, Tuesday me call me a man. Come on and tell me say me and no Man City fans.
Yeah, we're talking about Highgate.
Yeah, with emotion. We know reason sports and carry emotion we do when we go for reason sports, you know?
Mm.
You have to put that aside. You can use emotion to reason sports. And not because me call it, you can't see a orange and I call it lime. It don't work so. You have to call a lime and a orange a orange. Zidane.
Yeah.
After me come out more, you give the public the squad we play Sunday. Right?
Last week Sunday?
Last week Sunday against Liverpool.
Yeah, okay.
That side's supposed to beat Liverpool at the state where Liverpool at right now.
Yeah, fair
But
enough.
get shaky under the Liverpool fan base and the crowd. And the crowd shake them up, you know.
You think so?
Them have a soft mentality. In a Champions League last year, if you notice, Atletico Madrid shake them up, you know. And from that, them play the first leg in a Madrid match and have in the driving seat both member Cancelo and Kyle Walker mash up in a Atletico match. You know?
Mm-hmm.
The player them have a soft mentality. Them have to rise above that. The man say winning the league, it no mean nothing to we City. We just start win cup trophy the other day. So any amount of league title we can get, we have to take it.
Mm-hmm.
Champions League will come when it come. I'm gonna come tell you. We have to wake up, brother. We can't reason with emotion, and that's why we have to put problem in the country. We're supposed to can sit down and reason. Right?
Too much emotion.
Too much emotion, that's why we can't sit down and reason, because when we sit down and reason, we have the emotion, so it end up in a something else. You understand me? It end up in a shouting game, till it end up in a hissing game, till it end up in a knife game, till it go over to a machete, till you know where it lead up to.
Yes.
We have to move past that as a nation if we need to go further in this country. We have to wake up.
Mm-hmm.
You know?
Yes.
We have to wake. Me have a 11-year-old son, you know, and me see my daughter to Arsenal, right?
Yeah.
I went my side of play. You know? Me no want him come. This man will tell me about me and a City fans, man. We have to wake up again. We can't raise the sport with emotion.
All right, Jamie.
Yeah, man.
All right, big up yourself. All right, cool.
Big up, yeah.
Hopefully you drop points again this weekend. All right. We go to Omar now from St. Thomas.
Omar.
We want to make a point yesterday, man.
Why me make your point yesterday?
Yeah, man. Because you tell us about that because we can't talk about. But this is the Zidane, man, in Champions League.
Oh.
Yeah, man. That's why I call it off so quick, you know. When I say Pep one of the GOAT, because at the same time I say, you can't have Zidane come and win 3 Champions League, my boy. And that's a true.
Back on another just so. As a rookie coach. At that level.
And then you have Ferguson win most about 17 English League, and then you have to say, Guardiola the GOAT.
So who you say is the GOAT?
Come again.
Who you think is the GOAT?
And that means the GOAT has to have criteria to that.
No, I'm asking you. Who do you think is the GOAT?
No, you have good. Me never have greatest of all coaches but you have coaches that are good in a different sector.
Oh, you do have a good coach, but you have a problem with somebody having a good coach.
No, I am saying that for you to be a good coach, you have to be top of everything.
So who is your top of everything coach? That's what I'm asking.
I tell you, me not have that because you have.
If me have, leave me alone, then Omar, you know I involved in a good.
No,
you know I involved in a good coach. Me why involved? Me put up a man. And you tell me say me not have no good coach.
I said to you, sir, see a man who is one of the who say one of the greatest analysts, my boss. Me know why you look that kind of weird, my boss.
No man, you don't sound good for the real.
Why you be added to the thing, my brother?
So what should I use to determine the good?
Come again.
What should I use?
You need more achievement, my boss.
Then you tell alright, then like how you know it all, like Omar, like how you know it all, my boss. Give me a good coach.
And I am saying that
there's none.
For me, you have levels, my boss. You have Ferguson who dominate the Premier League. You have Zidane who come out. Ancelotti do good in a Champions League.
Zidane, my boss.
Zidane win 3 Champions League straight.
But Ancelotti win more Champions League than Zidane.
And that me I said to you.
So Ancelotti is the GOAT.
Levels to the thing, my boss.
Oh, so who win the most Champions League should be the GOAT. That's your criteria.
I didn't say that.
You're all over the place, my boss.
No, me I tell you, say you have different levels to the thing, my boss.
All right.
But me know why you distract from a real point.
Okay, sir.
All right, so Orville.
Yeah, man.
Yesterday we are talking about, I'm said to you, say, Liverpool system of a beat the top 5 teams then. Yes, I did the calculation. All right? Your calculation was that you have 20 teams in the league. So if they're going to beat the top 5, they're going to have about 14 teams where them probably have a drop points against, right? All right. So technically, I don't really that way it's kind of set up in a sense. Yeah? Yes, the Pep system. Pep system is a ball controlling system.
So Liverpool system is designed to beat the big team, but lose to the small team.
No, all right. Let me make the point clear at you so you understand what I say.
Please.
Yeah? Pep system is a ball playing team.
No, man, tell me about Liverpool system first.
You can't tell me about Liverpool system. Man.
No, man, we know what Pep system is. At the Liverpool one, may have an issue.
All right. Liverpool system is the pressing system, the pressing and the counter-pressing system.
That is designed to beat who?
And that is designed to beat the teams who always have most possession of the ball. So the teams that will like the ball like this.
So Liverpool are more likely to beat big teams, are more likely to lose to the small teams than to the big teams, based on their system.
So all right. So Zidane, I hear you laughing.
Sorry, Omar, I'm not supposed to be laughing at you, man.
No, I apologize. More you be honest with yourself. Because I hear you said it on the radio. Don't Liverpool lose the English league because of teams that them should have beat? Who are these teams that
I'm saying Klopp must be criticized for dropping points too often against smaller teams. He should not be praised.
So that is the point now, Orville.
That's a different argument.
Who is these smaller teams? Who is these smaller teams, Zidane?
The lesser teams.
And the Burnley them, and the Watford and them team there.
Jurgen Klopp doesn't understand how to manage the season very well, my boss.
Just answer the question. I said that.
It's nothing to do with what you're talking about.
Point where you know is a solid point.
How is your point solid?
Liverpool system is designed
to be the better teams,
but to lose to the better team. To
beat the better
team. To beat the better teams, but lose to the smaller team.
Oh, we had a break come.
What did I know?
That one, I still try to work my head around that one. Can't you understand that one? Liverpool system designed to lose to the bigger, to the smaller teams and beat the bigger team.
Interesting.
And then the public say me controversial, and that's the wickedest thing. We're coming back. All right, so we're back
with Omar.
Yeah, man, I'm here, man. All right, so as I say, Zidane, who is this liquor team that claims that Liverpool drop too much points against? That's why the ones that go in the Premier League and Klopp to get blamed.
Somebody's asking me to ask you, what happened against Real Madrid? Is Real Madrid a small team or a big team?
Real Madrid is not where they was 3-4 seasons. So
no, because they lost the Champions League final to a big team, you know. So the person is saying that.
So was the favorite in that match? Was it? You expect him that much to play 10 points? Real Madrid are going to win it.
Says a small team they play.
So real match, I am asking you.
No. The texter is asking me to ask you if Real Madrid is a small team because they say.
Real Madrid know is a shadow themselves, my brother. And me and you know that.
Omar.
Real
Madrid a small team?
Compared to Liverpool? No. Or compared to Liverpool and shadow.
No, we're not comparing anybody, boss. We're just asking if Real Madrid is a small team.
They are shut of themselves. They are not what they used to be then. So for me, them drop down.
That is not what I'm asking still. But go on, continue.
So as I ask you, who is doing small these teams just a clap drop points fan and I give away the league all the while? And him no good.
I never say no good still.
Alright, if you get league sweet then.
Then if you're constantly beat up Arsenal and Man U.
That's the question.
No, but hold on. Him consistently beat up Man City, the Juggernauts. He beat up Arsenal, beat up Liverpool. He's beating the top teams.
He beat up himself.
So why are you not winning the league more often? Now you want me to praise him for your head-to-head against Pep Guardiola. I'm praising the man for beat up the best teams and not winning the league. Him have the quality for win the league.
No, I want you to be honest with my point of me and make and stop make it look like it don't make sense.
I'm saying
this is what he's constantly been doing. Beating up the top team them. Okay. But guess what? The little team them, I stand up and I look at him. Say, listen, you come with the ball. Come break with down. But Liverpool is not that side, my boss.
If I was playing against, if I find out that Liverpool play better, get better results against the better team and lose to the smaller team. If me was a big team, you're going to play them like a small team.
No, what I would do is play my reserves.
You know the problem with that, Orville? You see the teams that will love possess the ball, Liverpool are always have advantage at them. You see the teams that will give back Liverpool the ball and say, listen, you come and attack me. Them are always look ordinary against them.
All right, Omar. If Liverpool, is going to, who is the 20th team in the league right now? Who is bottom of the table?
Remember,
I think it's Nottingham Forest.
All right, so Liverpool, who are leading now?
Norwich is at
the bottom. Who is leading the league right now? Arsenal. So tomorrow, Liverpool to play Arsenal, and the next day, the next 3 days after that, they're playing Norwich. Which of those two
Forest
teams?
is at the bottom. Nottingham Forest no longer.
Forest.
Yes.
Which of those two teams are they more likely to be?
It has been proven. Zidane just tell you, them beat out the big team them, and they get a little team where
No. So Liverpool, Zidane never tell me this.
No, I never said any such thing. What is wrong with Omar?
So Liverpool is more likely to beat Arsenal than Nottingham Forest. May I learn the thing, you know?
It is a fact, Orville. That's what we say.
Well,
but we don't
guess what, Omar? Arsenal beat you a couple of weeks ago, and guess who we're playing tomorrow? Nottingham Arsenal
Forest.
beat you a couple of weeks ago, and guess who we're playing tomorrow? Nottingham Forest.
No, don't tell me that Arsenal beat me. Tell me something beat Man City. Why you jump over the Man City? Me not beat Man City, Mama?
No, man, because I've been asked about the top versus the bottom. So Arsenal is at the top. They beat you a couple of weeks ago. They're going to play the one at the bottom.
Omar, may I have to run? But may I hear you, my boss? Liverpool more likely to beat Arsenal than Norwich. Than Nottingham Forest.
Do this. Make Sean check out this to me. 85% of the goal that Liverpool score on the clock is counter-attacking football goals.
All right.
Breaking down
Omar,
a team like Man City.
Clearly, me not very sharp today. Maybe I West Indies. Me not get enough sleep because I don't understand the reason. Me go and do.
All right, Omar.
Mammee Bay.
In the jungle, man.
Hey, Mammee Bay.
At KLAS Omega Sports FM 89.
What's up?
You sound good.
Why me I tell you, man? Orville.
Yes, sir.
Many years ago, you see, sir, there was a horse that came on a spot named Longshot. Now, when Longshot died, there was a weeping and a wailing that came on a spot, so they say, the song said. So I figure now West Indies and someone went in the studio in Orville and made a hit song, you know. Longshot kicked the bucket.
Oh.
So it seems that West Indies has finally kicked the 2020 bucket, man.
This is the lowest West Indies cricket has gone in my lifetime.
And now when people used to talk about the Chris Gaves and so on, you see, these guys have left the scene and a big vacuum is now there, Orville. It reminds me when Viv and those guys...
No, man, we were not bad. We were not that bad, man.
No, I mean, when they exited the test arena...
Yeah, man, but I say we were not that bad.
Not even then we were that bad.
No, man. We cannot qualify from a minnows group. But we come last.
On one side, like Pakistan beat.
We never get no lower than this.
Another minnow beat we out in Orville.
West Indies cricket, they behind Scotland and Ireland.
We kick the bucket, man. I hit that for Orville.
Scotland?
Trust me, man.
No, but hey, we never hear about nobody who come from Scotland who can play cricket at no real level. You know? That's the
Just
thing.
imagine, if it were a side like Zimbabwe, you would have said at least, you remember.
Yeah, Zimbabwe have a like a history and a like a tradition. They don't look like all Argentina and Brazil can beat West Indies now.
Well, me I tell you, man. Anyway, we're going to move on. Orville,
yeah.
You must be grieving, man, me I tell you, when you realize what happened last night, you know?
It didn't come unexpected. Big man, then I go and give me my props, you know. But I told you all 3 years ago that if we don't change the way we approach T20 cricket, we're going to struggle. To be honest with you, I never think the struggle would be as awful as it is here. But we're not going to beat the good teams them the way we play consistently. And now we are seeing that we're not even going to be beating the minnows consistently the way we are.
All right, we're going to move on quickly, Orville. I was listening to another talk show yesterday, and someone raised the point about you and Blake being at one point the second fastest man in the world.
He still is.
Still is.
Yeah, and this is over 10 years ago, no, sir?
Yeah, 969.
Close to 10. And up until now, no award has been given unto you and Blake.
Still the fastest man in the world, over 100 and 200.
I am figuring what is good for the goose should be good for the gander, man.
I'm sure they've got some award at some point.
No, but
is the award for a one-off performance or for a...
said he hasn't gotten an award.
Yeah, he's also a world champion, isn't he?
You understand? So
and double Olympic silver medalist.
Yeah.
So something must be wrong if even after so many years and still performing, even though he might not be winning. You and Blake hasn't even been... His name hasn't even been mentioned, Orville, for an award.
Him could have get something for you.
What you mean, man? I want to win this country here, man.
Yeah, man.
Anyway, moving on quickly and finally, Orville.
Yes.
What about the football, our local Premier League on Sunday?
Yeah, it's starting this weekend.
No, I'm saying I was hearing that the referees were miserably upset about their payment and so on. So they might not take the field on Sunday. So I'm figuring, is there any change in that situation?
I didn't know it was that serious. There's always grumblings.
They were threatening not to play because as a matter of fact, money was owed from last year, they said.
Remember make two link and keep listening.
And they were referring for $30 per game, and they said that is way below the
make a link. Mammee Bay. So I'll find out exactly what the
situation is. But the thing
situation.
about it, I wouldn't be hearing, so I don't know. I just really would want to know if matches will be on Sunday.
So far as you know, yes. But if there's a change, but you say you're not hear the program.
No, not hear the program.
Well, somebody will listen to the program. Hopefully will call you.
Yeah, all right. Announce it and then I will get in touch with one of the guys.
With one of the man. All right, no boss.
And by the way, Little Samson. Baxwood came and visit me, man.
Oh, he did?
Yeah, man, he paid me a visit.
Yeah, wonderful, man.
Yeah, man. So big up Baxwood, big up Shipping Port and the whole works, All
right.
Fine Action, Chris Lynch, Diego.
All right, no boss.
Yeah, man.
We celebrate now, Cat?
Yes, indeed. We're coming.
All right, Physio.
Hello? Physio, you there?
Well, the Physio gone. All right, so we move to Andre.
Good afternoon.
Oh, Physio?
Yes, man, but they hear me after afternoon. I don't know what about.
Oh, we're hearing it now.
Yeah.
Yes, man, I have to call because Omar, disappointed me, man.
As a Liverpoolian.
Liverpool fan, Omar, disappointed. But when I say about dropping points to the small teams, right now Liverpool has dropped no points consistently to the small teams. In fact, you can't be dropping points to small teams, and in the last 5 seasons, you amassed 90 plus points 3 times. Like, that I'm going to say, brother.
There you go.
Like, Liverpool's been consistent against big and small teams. In fact, Liverpool, I think, have the second highest possession stats in the league, only behind the Man City. If we're going to talk about the only dominate position playing team, and only Man City alone dominate.
There, but I point out, I think that's going to beat up Arsenal all the while as well. Beat up Man United.
In fact, when Arsenal beat the last
last 2 weeks ago?
Yeah, it was the
first time Arsenal beat in a while.
Yes,
in
in the
fact, over
league.
the last probably 9-10 seasons.
No, I thought that you remember when you won the league already?
Yeah.
Yeah, they won that
them,
game.
Them beat you one time.
When they never had to win. They never had to win the
meetings.
game. Yeah.
Yeah, them beat you one time in a 9 or 10 meetings before.
Yes.
The last meeting.
Correct.
And we don't really drop points much against Tottenham. Like a United are probably the only big six team consistent to take points from Liverpool. And that's because of what happened. Liverpool really drop points.
You battered them over the last 2 years, do you know?
Yeah, Crystal Palace, I think over the last 5-6 seasons have been our bogey team, if my memory serves me well. They are probably the only relatively small team where we drop points with a draw, but we don't really lose much.
Yeah, Liverpool has been a big side. Yeah, that's why Pepper forget all the credit for stave you off. And
in fact, that is a fair next day. I'm not argue with you about that. But we have to call because
yes,
right now Omar has dropped the ball, brother. Man.
Definitely.
Liverpool was left wanted after Coutinho left because we weren't able to break down the low block. So when we play against teams with the low block, probably at the season after Coutinho, we were struggling to break them down and with a draw a lot of games. But we still managed a massive good amount of points in the top four.
Big man, I don't even have to know them statistics. If you know, say it cannot make no sense that you tell me say your system designed to beat big teams but struggle against small teams.
When Liverpool play pretty much low, they don't really come out and attack because they know the press. The counter press will win the ball high and we will counter them. So the statistics will give about 85% of the goals are countered. It's not true. It can be. We win the ball high in the field and then we go on and score. And that's because of the Mammee effect.
But the point where you make, you can't get 90 odd points by not demolishing all the small teams.
What about Norwich? Liverpool beat up Norwich, gives Norwich 5, 6, 7 every season. Them but them. Them are on the table every year.
You gave Bournemouth 9 this season.
Exactly, and those teams are low block teams. In fact, when you play against Tottenham sit low and try to catch up on the break with Song and Hurricane, but we still beating Tottenham. So, brother, what you ask doesn't make no sense to me right now.
True, I agree with you.
That point doesn't make no sense. I have a car to highlight them point still.
Omar,
those are my few cents right now.
All right, Physio.
Drop the argument, Omar. All right, we'll move on.
Andre.
Hello.
Yes,
yeah,
Andre.
Good afternoon, gentlemen.
Yes, what's up?
Yeah, no, in addition to the exploit on the chat, his philanthropic ways, I think, would have helped him to at least be seen as a person who would be in line for a national award.
Somebody was reminding me about that as well in my phone. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, this is what a person who has contributed a great deal, and I know in particular to a boys' home in Manchester. He has done wonders. In addition to that, a lot of other things. So I found it strange. I didn't realize that he was not even given an award before. And even though, remember, during the season that he won the silver medals in 2012, he won other races. He did well throughout the season. I mean, the season before. So you'd have thought that, consistent performances over a period of time would have at least.
In 2011, he won the silver as well in the 200 meters, right? So he won the 100 meter when Bull falls.
2011, he won the 100 meter at the World Champ. 2011,
and got the silver in the 200.
Right.
I think at the time he was the youngest world 100 meters champion as well.
It's not a normal career the youth has had.
No.
Still the second fastest man of 100. In other words, if there was no Bolt,
he'd be the greatest thing ever.
This man would be the fastest man
ever. Yes.
Him forget that thing, man. He forget something for true.
Yeah, you have never seen him got himself in any problems with any form of indiscipline problem and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
So I think that, they could should be given an award.
I wonder if last year he had some issues with being vaccinated, where he was saying he was even prepared to miss the Olympics rather than get vaccinated.
Yeah, good.
You wonder if them look something they were against it.
Who was at a greater career?
No, but
questions to you, Andrea.
Prior to last year.
Yeah.
Way before that, you and Big should have gotten prior to last year.
That's why I'm going to ask a question now.
Even before last year.
Before last year.
No, that's why I'm going to ask both of you that question now. Who was at a greater career? Sherika Jackson or Ewan Blake? Because Sherika Jackson has gotten a reward and thing now.
Yeah, but I think Ewan Blake would have had a better career thus far. No to West Indies cricket, Orville.
One name, so.
West Indies cricket.
Is there something called West Indies cricket?
This is the first time, you know. This is the first time I'm ever watching West Indies cricket and I turn my TV off, you know. After West Indies batted, you know, when I watch West Indies innings and batted, I turn the TV off and went to my bed, you know. The first time I've ever done this. You understand? Because just the very attitude that they had when they were batting, I said that, listen, there's no way these guys are going to win this match. No way at all.
Yeah.
You know, it seems as if there was no plan from anybody at all.
Man, them lose like Australia and India, they must have play against my boss.
Listen, probably the most hurtful moment prior to this, you know, when West Indies lost the semi-finals World Cup in 1996, you know, that moment really hurt, you know, because I thought that they
against
had
Australia.
Back to win.
It's against Australia. Yeah, remember the game.
Understand? You remember that game?
Yes, man.
Yeah, man. Richardson, I think that, you know, Bush was taking a strike in the final over and gave it to Courtney Walsh.
Yes.
Remember the game very well.
Yeah, that's one of the days. But this, I think, is the worst moment. I agree with you, Orville, the worst moment in West Indies cricket.
Yeah, man.
It has never gotten worse than this.
Scotland, I think, played 2 T20 international games over the past year, you know, prior to the T20 World Cup, you know.
You serious, my boss?
Yeah, man. 2 matches. I heard them say that when we played Scotland. 2 matches over the last year.
No, sir.
These guys have not been playing any T20 cricket.
How many players does Scotland have in the IPL?
IPL?
Yes.
I'm not sure.
These guys, I don't think these guys probably play cricket on a weekend and play.
I see a man taking the sound that we must stop calling people in minutes in comparison to West Indies. But West Indies still have more established T20 players than Scotland and Ireland.
It's a big joke, man. And listen, I think they from the court.
May I go watch if Simmons are still be the white ball coach after this?
Something has to be done, man.
Yep, something
if Phil Simmons is still the white ball coach, what more Phil Simmons have to do for make we realize? Make him stay with the test team, though.
Yeah, let him stay with the test team.
Yeah.
Well, I think he has.
We beat up England in the Caribbean with the great Phil Simmons, you know. But him not understand the white ball.
He must struggle tactically.
The basic thing as even bowling changes, as in, you know, basic tactics.
No. You say bowling changes and them thing there?
No. In terms of, I wouldn't say bowling changes.
Poor and may I go with?
In terms of using layers to open the bowling and so on.
That not cricketing logic.
Input where it's concerned.
Yeah, man, then the coach decide who I want me bowling, man. Them they decide from dressing.
Yeah.
There was no logic to him opening the bowling.
Not at all. And I saw, listen, and we, as I said, there was absolutely no plan. Both Ireland, everybody who plays, you can see that clearly there's a plan for each batsman who comes into bat. Yeah. Look at how the leg spinner Delaney, how almost look at what he tried, what he did with Lewis and Pooran this morning. They kept on what bowling googly. That means they're trying to what getting the batsman to hit to the longer side of the ground, and they still fell for it.
Hey.
We don't think the cricket.
Brandon King is the one man on the team. Him and Holder will look like them, you know, could have done or something at different stage. You think there's any?
Yeah.
And Alzari.
No man, me talk with the bat.
Oh, with the bat.
In terms of the bat.
Oh. You think is any coincidence that Holder and Brandon King also play a lot of longer farm cricket? Yesterday the little swipey man them like Evan Lewis them and Poor and them. Them are going to struggle because you can't be a great T20 batsman by just playing T20 cricket. You know? It's unlikely, you know. You get what I say?
Yeah, man.
Your game, the T20 must be the finishing party. And when Poor and them out of farm, I saw them going to look. Poor and average must have 10 in him last 10 innings, you know.
Yeah, man. He's absolutely terrible. And he doesn't.
And when them have to come play for Trinidad in the 4-day thing and groove back them batting and learn how to stand up and play proper cricket, them say no. They ain't going to play something. Right, but then again, who can blame them, bro? Money, no money.
But even Lewis, you see, Lewis seems to me that he didn't want to go to the World Cup. Like, he forced the man to go down there. He doesn't seem to me that he's not interested in it at all.
Make we leave it the summer bars. The break catch you.
All
right.
Big up. Yeah, man.
We take the break, play the song, and then we come back to the call.
All right, we'll go back online to G-Mack. G-Mack?
Yes. Great, Zidane, Orville, how you doing?
I am here, sir.
Yeah, how you doing?
All right. I have to call you because I heard a little discussion about Liverpool. And I hear Omar from St. Thomas trying to give a little synopsis as to what is Liverpool's problem. And then a gentleman came after.
Physio.
Yes, rebuffing everything that Omar said. But I just got to do some fact checking myself a while ago. And the gentleman who came on later, Physio said his name?
Yes.
He's wrong. He's totally wrong in terms of the teams that have given Liverpool trouble. Well, I look at last season, and Liverpool dropped points. Liverpool lost one match, and it was to West Ham. They dropped points against City, Spurs. So him saying that we always beat up Spurs is wrong. We dropped points twice against Spurs last season, and we always drop against Brighton. It is not Crystal Palace is our kryptonite, it is Brighton. We have drawn against Brighton maybe 4 times over the last 5 matches we have played. This is facts. So people must get facts before they come on here. I got to do my research a while ago.
But how does he do against the bottom 6 teams as opposed to how he does against the top 6?
The bottom, no. Well, the bottom 6 change every year. I remember people get relegated.
All right, but let's say for last year.
All right, for last season, Liverpool dropped points against Chelsea, Brentford, Brighton, Spurs, and West Ham. That's who Liverpool dropped points against last season. Who City dropped points against last season? Listen to this now. Crystal Palace, Southampton, Spurs, and West Ham.
No, I want you to tell me that the bottom 6 teams last year.
Yes. No, I didn't go that far in depth. What I just checked.
What was the result when he played those bottom 6 teams?
No, they beat who were relegated. Yes, they beat most of them. As I tell you, the teams that they beat everybody else. So I tell you, the matches that they drew were Chelsea, Brentford, City twice, Spurs.
Which means that the worst teams in the league then beat them every time.
Yes.
Yes.
And that's it mean.
Yes. So Liverpool.
No. So the worst teams in the league, Liverpool get maximum points from the worst teams in the league.
Right. So this
every
time
time
Liverpool keeps dropping points against the worst teams is a fallacy. It's not true.
Clearly.
It is not true. And then I tell you who City dropped points against last season. Spurs beat them. They drew Liverpool twice. Crystal Palace, West Ham, and Southampton. So it's people saying that City beating everybody and Liverpool keep dropping points against the winners. It's not true.
Remember, that argument was over the last 5 years still. That argument was about over the last 5 years.
No, but
overall.
Remember the season before that is when they then had the injury problems when they came fourth.
It is injuries.
That was the season before, and then they won the one before that. So if we look at the last 3 seasons, saying that Liverpool keeps losing to and dropping points against the winners, it happens and all teams do it, but I don't think Liverpool does it any more than anybody. And I did last season, and it proved my point because City drop against Southampton, Crystal Palace. So it's usually there are just some teams in mid-table that they drop the points against. The Southamptons, the Crystal Palace, those, you might go down to Everton, those teams is where it is. But nobody really has dropped no points against the Norwich and so. And as I said, Brighton is really our kryptonite, not Crystal Palace. I just wanted to point that out. It is not Crystal Palace.
All right,
Zima.
Yeah, and I went to Zidane, you can go and check, but you will see City drop against Southampton and Crystal Palace.
All right.
So Pep and Klopp dropping points against mid-table teams.
Yes.
You understand?
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah. And the other thing, you see, I send you the Liverpool's squad.
Yeah.
I want you to do a comparison with that and City squad.
This for this season?
Yeah, man.
All right.
Yeah, man. I'm going to have a discussion on that.
All right, G-Man.
All right. Take care.
Big up.
Yeah.
All right, my boss.
We go to original squaddy.
Greetings and salutations, Sir Zidane and Sir Orville.
Greetings and salutations, original squaddy.
Yes, man. Long time don't call.
Oh, you've called before?
Yeah, man. Only one time, man.
With the same name, yeah?
Yes, man. Same name, man.
Right.
Yeah, I just want to extend condolences to one of our members who died last night,
Yes.
Yeah, man. The gentleman named Omar, why, he must go get some licking up because how can a man say that a team would normally have a plan to drop points against weaker side and plan to play stronger against?
No, you never said it was a plan, no. He said their system is designed.
Whoa.
To beat the bigger team, but it allows them to struggle against the lesser team, which is not true.
And that is even more a serious statement, because if a side, the system is designed that way, it means that they have a lot of deficiencies.
I don't know which system can be designed to do better again.
that would also mean the coach is not very smart, because you have more lesser teams in the league, you know.
Yeah.
You have more so-called small teams in the league than big teams.
But clearly, it seems as if he's taking some counter for Foran and Mr. Simmons. Because if that is the stance, right? If that is the stance. Because in time past, growing up as a youth watching cricket, every time West Indies needed points, like in big tournaments, I would see them playing like a Canada, Kenya, even though Kenya beat us already. We would say, this is definitely win, man. It's not a matter of it's going to be a tight match, you know. It's how much we're going to win by how much runs we're going to post on the board.
Yeah.
No, it's a struggle now to see if West Indies will even put up a formidable attempt. So this is something that is really an institutional weakness in West Indies cricket. And I heard Orville mention about the longer format of the game. There's no value in it anymore. I believe T20 is the death of West Indies cricket. First of all, it's like a man taking cocaine for the first time in feel a hype. And that was the 2 wins that they won in the T20 tournament. Now other teams are coming up. Minnows are coming up, studying the game and know the weakness of West Indies. So right now, I tell you, if West Indies really find their footing back in T20 after Gale and Russ and all of these men, Pollard, Darren Samuel looks like a brilliant captain after seeing this display. So I believe that West Indies is seriously in some trouble here. That's it, sir.
All right. What's the name again? Squady, original Squady.
Yes, man. All right, respect. Yeah,
man.
All right, is this Gego?
Hey, greetings, my generals.
Yes,
Orville and Zidane.
Now you come to talk about West Indies.
Oh, you know, so, but you know, I might think that,
Yes.
Yeah, Orville.
Yes, ma'am.
I think, I don't know if it is possible that the franchises, whether IPL, Australia franchise, whatever, I think these franchises need to come together and have some sort of understanding about qualification for players to play in the franchises. Because at the bottom line, Orville, I think the franchise cricket is really mashing up West Indies cricket, because you see the guys, they're making millions, So they don't care about playing for West Indies, They don't, when they do get selected for West Indies, they don't care about how they perform, right? They have no discipline, because they know that at the end of the day, them can go and play them franchise cricket and make money. Right?
So what you want them to do about franchise cricket?
Well, I'm wondering if they can set a standard like that before you can be selected for a franchise.
Remember the franchise cricket makes money not just for the players but for the owners.
Yeah,
so
but at the
them not going to do nothing really to compromise the amount of money where the thing I make them.
That's what I say, Orville, because at the altar of making the money, the West, like West Indies cricket is being destroyed because the players, all them interested in the money. And you will find that players, when they play for West Indies, they don't really perform, but when they go in the franchise cricket, they are stars, right? Because they have a different discipline. So I'm wondering if the franchise cricket can say, all right, if you even play for your country, you must have a certain level of certain standard of performance before we're going to accept you to play for our franchise. You're not going to get that. No. But because Orville, you don't realize that I'm a West Indies cricket. Orville, I think an Indian or a Australian or a Pakistan or a Sri Lankan player could have talked about him miss 2 flights and not go World Cup and just laugh it off, so.
And I play cricket in a Guyana.
Orville, the public wouldn't deal with that very nicely, I think so too, but you see, West Indies thing is like a catch issue, anything goes. Yeah. They have no discipline, they have no standard, they have no...
You see, the thing with the Indian cricketers and the English cricketers in Australia, these countries pay huge annual retainers. So people want to be on the Indian and the Australian annual retainer list.
Mm-hmm.
The West Indian, by comparison, doesn't get anywhere close. So having a West Indies retainer contract don't mean the same thing.
Ah, boy. But you see, the thing is, what I'm wondering, if there cannot be...
Hold the line, G-Man.
Yeah, man.
Not G-Man, Gego. We'll take a break. We're coming.
All right, who do we have now? Is Rollington Town now?
No, Gego.
Oh, Gego still there, yeah.
Gego still there.
Yeah, Orville.
Yeah.
Why? So you realize that the bottom line is that something needs to be done. Otherwise, we not have no more cricket in the West Indies, So somebody has to come together. There needs to be some sort of solution, because as long as these guys are making them franchise money, they're not going to play for West Indies in this cricket. I see the other thing in Orville, unlike India, Pakistan, Australia, when these guys go and make a fool of themselves, they are not accountable to anybody, because they're not going home to like India, where Indian cricket would have go home to the wrath of the public, When this done, everybody disappear all over the place, So sometimes I wonder if this thing really make any sense anymore. Probably we need to start play as a country, as different countries, where when them go make a fool of themselves, we can meet them out at the airport and make them know how we feel. But having me very, very discouraging. You need like to know that, Harvey, you need like to know this thing. Me never think about it. Me never watch it last night in Harvey. I said to myself, my health and whatever. So I wake up this morning and I go up on my phone and I look at myself. Jesus.
Good thing you never watch, eh?
Good thing. You think say this little Hetmeyer, him could have this up West Indies and if him there play for India and go back. They are me to play cricket now.
I'm under pressure, man.
Oh my God, boy. Orville, so what you think I got, Orville? What we really going to do? Where we go from here?
Well, Ricky Skerritt said there's a post-mortem because nobody nor no event is bigger than West Indies cricket. remember, this was the man who insisted on Phil Simmons, where Richard Pybus had take the team and beat up. How would it beat? England and I want to see out there,
Yeah.
And as Skerritt come in, him say, off with his head. Bring back Phil.
I will. Them something else word about it.
In fairness to Phil, though, the test team,
yeah,
come back and beat England out there, just like Pybus. But the white ball thing.
But I'm saying nothing is bigger than West Indies cricket. And him have a coach who is incompetent, him have a captain who is incompetent. Players can't do them like.
But here's what I don't get. The president himself is saying that we continue to struggle against opposition slow bowling. Him himself said that, We have a batting coach named Monte Desai. You need postmortem. A postmortem is done to find out the cause of a problem, But he has already identified the problem. Him say we're struggling to bat spin. But we don't need postmortem to find out that batting coach has to go.
Exactly.
And where you need postmortem for?
Are we struggling in a lot of other areas too?
Listen. You do postmortem to find out what caused the man for that,
Exactly.
If you know, say a biking drop off.
Yeah, but
and a bike man wrong. You know what else you need. And when you're not sure, you do postmortem.
Exactly. But all we know exactly what going on.
No, but the president himself said we struggle to bat opposition slow bowling and shot selection continues to be one of the problems.
And he's dead right with analysis.
And him dead right.
Yeah.
So what else we need for him? Say Monte Desai now has to go.
But Orville, you know that long time. Zidane know that. All we know that. We know that for a while now.
Big up. Hey, the next man we are coming on. You must say.
But Orville, me stressing out, but me I try.
No, so laugh at that.
No, Orville, you realize, I wonder if cricket people who understand where us cricket fans coming from. We are coming from a situation where we go to Sabina Park in Orville. We wake up at 4 o'clock in the morning and reach Sabina Park,
Yeah,
we watch how the man then warm up. We watch how them play when we leave Sabina Park with horse,
No, man, you talk test match. Me I talk about club cricket.
Exactly.
Me I talk come at Kingston for what Kingston play Melbourne.
That's right.
Me not about regional cricket yet, much less test match.
Exactly. When we used to have the mini test then between Barbados and Jamaica.
Man.
Boy,
So,
I mean, I know.
Make we leave it as I do, my boy.
Boy, I know, this thing I really
pray, man.
break
Let's
our
pray.
heart, but
Let's pray. Ask the Lord to help.
boy, when they say faith without work,
Yeah, man. Let's pray, man.
boy, I tell you.
Leave it there. So
Zidane, big up yourself.
Big up, yes.
Hey, Zidane don't really feel this, because Zidane don't really all a cricket fan,
And then guess
Him
what?
not feel our pain in our
Guess what they want me,
Hey.
They want me take on some side over England. Say me a fan for some losing side. Big man, West Indies cricket cause me no heartache.
We can't bother
And Reggae Boy and them something there. And Mannings before that with beach final last year. Me not take on no more side when I'm on the way.
No more. But you go and support your 8 team.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, man. At least one week.
One will win, sir.
One will win.
Me have West Indies because me sleepless night and Jamaica football and Mannings in a D Cup. Exactly. You want me go to England, go choose one side when Handwell pan top all of that. None of that.
At stress, eh?
No, sir. City me think that. Well, and if City now go on good next year, me I go with the team and me think I do well. Anyway, leave it to some of us.
Pick up yourself, Zidane.
Yes, sir. Yes.
Rollington Town. Rollington Town, drop asleep.
Hello.
Yes,
Rollington Town.
You here right now?
Yes.
Can I make your call for you? Orville. Oh, you say now. What go on Zidane? Oh, go.
Let me tell you something. Zidane not go.
Yeah. Ricky Skerritt has to go.
Well.
Say that no?
Well, that sound like a broken record. If
yeah, that reason, you know.
I say that again. But let me tell you something, man. The seeds of this destruction are now in full flourish. They have grown, and it has consumed almost all of the cricket. A lot of things people see happening is worse than that behind the scenes. There are people involved in and outside of the cricket that is creating problems. One of the cases is the Hetmeyer case. A lot of people feel that Hetmeyer just want to leave the cricket because of promises of money and all that in Indian Premier League. And that is not so. If Hetmeyer was taken into the fold like how Pooran was when he should have been, all because of recommendation from Dave Cameron, who was under pressure from all of the, I don't even know what kind of name to call them, was around him. He was under pressure. And he mentioned that Hetmeyer has a good future and whatever and whatnot. All of that went against Hetmeyer. So, I mean, Hetmeyer probably just said to himself, well, I may as well I just go and do what I can do in the cricket right now. That is what is happening. It's not because Hetmeyer wanted to walk away from West Indian cricket.
I'm not so sure about that.
No,
Hetmeyer clear. If Hetmeyer never have one Woolipa franchise money I collect, Hetmeyer would have depend on the player.
Yeah, straight Rollington.
Hold on. Then tell me something. Other players on the team now never can get contract money.
Yeah, but clearly Hetmeyer happy with why I get than no need the West Indies.
No. That is how you see it. But that's not how it go. I'm telling you.
No man, when they want him to play, he has for one reason or another.
And they wanted him to play at first and bring in a thing about unfit.
But I know that's him alone.
Yes, they weren't picking on him, boss.
I know that's him alone. Remember them did say Evan Lewis not fit neither, you know.
Hetmeyer was ruled out because he was chosen by the wrong.
So why was Evan Lewis not being selected? Which person did choose
I don't know about Evan Lewis.
So why can't the story for Evan Lewis be the same story for Hetmeyer?
It could be quite likely.
But they never look at Evan Lewis as captain.
Evan Lewis a play for West Indies, you know. But the fact of the matter is
the same fit reason, man. Them say Hetmeyer get fat and luggy and slow.
I want big up Gego because Gego brought out some sound argument. The fact of the matter is, gentlemen, West Indies cricket has now become an embarrassment to all of us who love cricket. It has fallen even below the depth of disgrace. I don't know what else to say. When I waste a night's sleep to watch West Indies cricket now, man, it's disturbing. Some of the things you see happening.
Right, rough, my boss.
I am not blaming Pooran to be playing out what he's doing, you know. He have to do it because he was selected by people in and outside of West Indies cricket long before.
Him should have make some. When you're captain, I feel bad like that. You know. Here's one of the things where captains are doing up, my boss. When you as the captain struggling to perform in what you are there to do. You can't talk to nobody in the dressing room. You know? In other words, one of the things that you need is a performing captain, so that when you keep up no rubbish and can't come read the right attack. Gentlemen, when you not do nothing, you know, you can't bother up a soul. So everybody on the side can just play how them feel, you know. And
especially in that age group.
Then you can't tell me nothing if you go out there and do pay your food.
You understand? It was a more elderly person, well, you know what I mean? But in that age group now, things become like...
Yeah, man.
Like a contest
him can't,
of wills.
Yes, if he was an established man long time, as you
probably
said,
no deal with
him can't say, gentleman Ray, but when you are, you know, you just really try make your name in international cricket.
Hold up.
I struggle.
Yeah.
Then what you gonna tell me, so when you walk full and you cut the ball in a year, don't say every time.
You don't say hold up, babe, on the field.
Yeah, but in one of the games, you know, the second game we win, he wanted to put on Hussein and take off on the fast ball and hold that, tell him, no, you're mad.
Stop him.
You can't do that, you know, so the pace of a ball when
you understand.
What
admire, what Puran was, the way he was selected. I can't blame the youngster, you know, because he want to play cricket. And the man them call him and say, listen, you're a captain.
Since Holder seems to be now a regular in the T20 team, shouldn't he be, can he be the captain now?
He could be.
Yeah.
Yeah.
See, that's where they might be heading.
That is if him go want it, because I probably still feel disrespected how them take it from.
Yes, I mean, let's see how him mark on the field. And that's his shortcoming, so him couldn't really fit that bill the way he should.
Rollington Town, we'll leave it to summer, boss.
Yeah, but I'm telling you, man, a lot of things are hidden and going to come out into the light.
All right.
Yeah. Okay, right. Thank you.
Big up. I will take the break. We're coming.
All right. We're back with Garvey now.
Am I time?
Yes, man.
Zidane.
Yes, Garvey.
Big up the management of KLF, producers, all the callers and listeners. You see it?
Yeah.
Before I go in, I launch my attack for him. I give you a trivia question first. Which West Indian cricketer has the name Garvey in their name?
Garvey, I'm not sure.
Initials is DJG.
I'm not sure.
Last name start with a S.
Me no know.
Still not pick up.
No.
Darren Sammy. His name is Darren Julius Garvey Sammy.
Well, I made I get that wrong. Didn't know that.
If any man named Garvey, must be a great leader. Hear that, Harvey?
All right, boss.
Yeah. So you can't go from a man named Garvey to a man named Poorly Ran and a cricketer I deal with.
Okay.
Anyway, today is a great day to be alive. Big up everything. Dave Cameron, where you there, man? Vindicate yourself, no man. Beat your chest, no man. How long me I tell you, Dave Cameron was, it's a Dave Cameron and Orville. He's a modern day epitome of Marcus Garvey. This is what happened when black people with foresight come out in modern times. The same bad mind people, them next to them, commit treasonous acts against them, like what them do Dave Cameron in the election running up to a treason. The man them come against Dave Cameron in Orville.
Here.
Let me ask you.
Hold on. I hope all these people were committed them treasonous acts and collect them like a speech round our back. Who long on head in a shame to them? Me, Garvey, I said that to Uno.
Let me ask you a question, Garvey. Let's say Dave Cameron was still the president. What do you think would have happened differently?
We done done much better. This is a man. Listen now.
Oh.
Garvey, listen now. Zidane, listen now, man. The proof of the pudding is in the taste, man. When I was a youth, my mother was a fantastic baker. And she used to always tell me that. Let me tell you something. This man, where I lead the West Indies board, is nothing but an incompetent, bumbling, stumbling clown. Let me extrapolate the reason. I got on football. I want to touch football before I go. It's obvious. I don't have to beat the job no more. Ricky Skerritt, you're incompetent, my boss. Dave Cameron, I wonder if a Chardonnay or Merlot you love me. I buy you any one of them to them, my boss.
You don't have Dave's number?
No, I do.
Tell Dave Cameron, let him request Upper KLS to Garvey, Chardonnay or Merlot for me. Anyone, any year, just name it.
Suppose he's not a red wine drinker.
Boy, Mr. Chardonnay, white wine.
Oh, Chardonnay is white, yeah. Merlot is red. I hear it.
Yeah. So, Orville.
Yeah.
We're going to look at football now. Because I have fun with the thing today. This is a good day for me. Because I like when the clown them get exposed, you know. to them incompetent. I love that. Garvey business. So hear this now, in a football now, congratulations to the goalkeeper, national goalkeeper. What's his name? Andrea Blake.
Yeah.
No, Orville. This man, right, was crowned MLS goalkeeper of the year for the third time in his career, right? The most wins by any goalkeeper. He won by the largest margin that any goalkeeper has ever won by Zidane, right? He set a record this year by conceding, well, not him, but his team conceded the lowest amount of goals that have ever been conceded in the history of a 38-game MLS season, right? Now, Zidane, do you think it would be unreasonable for me to say that Andrea Blake is the greatest goalkeeper in the history of Jamaican football?
I don't think it would be unreasonable.
Because quite clearly he's the greatest goalkeeper in the history of MLS football.
You could argue that.
Okay. So here we are today, right? I was reading an article over the weekend that said, same man that was on the program with Orville, Mr. Chung.
Here's what I want to ask you though.
To be JFF.
Does greatest necessarily means best in other cases?
Well, we can argue the semantics there, Orville, for another day, but more I finish the point here.
Yeah.
I'm not wrestle with it today. I'll leave you alone, my friend. I drink a milkshake or a smoothie. Which one?
Go on top.
Yes. So I was reading over the weekend, Orville, that this man that was on the program, Mr. Dennis Strong, is being considered for JFF Gen Sec.
Yes.
That's correct?
Yes.
All right. So here we are today in 2022, right? Mr. Chung, who has no proven track record in football, right?
Yeah.
And has come out publicly and stated his displeasure for the same goalkeeper, Andrea Blake, who one could argue is our best player right now. Could we argue that, Zidane?
Could be argued.
Could be argued, right? And we can be argued as our greatest goalkeeper. So this man this man has been a stalwart in Jamaican football. And here we are, we have a man named Mr. Dennis Strong come out on the national radio and state publicly, say he was perturbed, very much perturbed by Andrea Blake the other day.
Many people were.
Well, and that's the point that you're making.
What I'm saying to you, Zidane, here is our greatest footballer, and here is another incompetent leader with no track record whatsoever in football. Obviously, get him job through. Me now go say it publicly. I go tell me now, say me to agree with him over the greatest. Listen to me, man. Zidane,
are you
here, Zidane? Just like in cricket, we have talent here. We have guys who are fast.
I hear you, Garvey.
Powerful. We have guys who are skillful. The problem with Jamaica and everywhere else when it comes to small people is this, as Marcus Garvey said. Only in the black race do you have traitors elevated to the position of leader.
Let me ask you this: Are you disappointed? Are you disappointed in Ricky Skerritt?
Listen, everything that is happening with Ricky Skerritt, I knew was coming. Listen,
you didn't answer. God, man, just answer one question on that time, man. You've been lectured.
Let me not answer you, brother.
I'm asking if you're disappointed in Ricky Skerritt.
Listen, Orville, listen. The problem with our people, is not seeing things in the moment. You see, what is happening right now?
What is happening is that you're lecturing and blabbering on and can't answer simple questions, man.
My 5 minutes, I am free to do what I would like to do with it, Mr. Higgins. And what I am telling you is that from the moment that Dave Kerman was unfairly displaced as president of the West Indies Cricket Board, I saw all this catastrophe coming.
So whenever
you put an incompetent, incapable
but you've said that already. I'm asking you now. I'm asking if you're disappointed.
Me not need be disappointed because I had listen.
Are you disappointed in? Are you disappointed in Puran's run and form?
Disappointed in the bad mindness where they use and fight my boy Hetmire. Big up yourself, Rollington Town, for later out more eloquent than me.
One of the days you must make we have a proper conversation.
Orville, whenever you search and then you research to the level that I have done, then we can do that. Have a good day, sir.
All right, Garvey.
Yes.
Garvey knew where I was going. Garvey couldn't say he's disappointed in Ricky Skerritt, because I would then ask him, what is your track record as a cricket administrator? If Dennis Strong is disappointed at a remark that Andrea Blake made, I don't know why you have to be a successful administrator to be disappointed at somebody. I can be disappointed in the Prime Minister. I've never gone into politics in my life. Not the greatest call he
yeah. And Chung never said he don't think Andrea Blake is the best goalkeeper, one of the best.
Nothing to do with that.
Yeah, he was disappointed with the comment.
You can't be disappointed.
Of course.
Anyway, we'll take the break.
We'll come in.
All right. We're moving on.
Hello.
Street you. One time I listen to the program, I tell us this. You would have learned so much how next time you come like you watch the turn one turn stuff, man. So we go find man to do better, man. And our program will reach wide, you know.
Yeah. What you hear this today now, what you think?
When time Orville see I tell me saying Chua Union Pele and my daddy you can't do something wrong where everybody discuss with you.
No, I say Dennis Strong is not in the position to be disappointed at Andrea Blake.
Dennis Strong could have been the best analyst at Jack.
Big man. Or just an ordinary citizen calling and call the program and say disappointed with Blake.
May I say, Zidane, no matter where you are, have experience, you know. Your man says something, and you have sense and know say, yeah, you know like what him say. The man never discuss if him good or him not good.
But Street Youth, you know what I mean, they disagree with the JFF when they meet the man from the squad. But I agree that what him say, it wasn't a nice thing to say at the time. It wasn't the right thing to say at the time. I agree with that. The comment wasn't necessary from Blake, you understand?
You know, come public with them thing that you are one of the leader, you know. It's like a part of JFF because you're a captain, you know. So you have to be careful of your other things in the public like that. So even if people are happy them this side. But you know matter that never take away say man the best or him not good.
Exactly. He kept repeating how good Blake was. As if we can be disappointed. As a matter of fact, the greater the level where you have somebody at is probably the easier you are to be disappointed in them. Acting in a manner where you're not ready.
I've learned a whole heap we stay that way. Like, we're so emotional about something, so till we're blind to if them do something like, for instance, we are going with a team and them not play, them not playing a ball, them not good, like, them not good that year, them not good, them not play. And you like your eyeglass over it, because you're emotional with them. You can't see them not play good. But you see, right now, Orville, when T20 start, you know, there's my name, Phil Simmons, them top play cricket a long time, you know, there is no way Phil Simmons involved in that.
No, I disagree, my boss. I never played T20 cricket, obviously.
Yeah.
But I don't need to play T20 cricket to understand how some of the skills that you're going to need to play.
But the obvious, Phil Simmons not there for the way.
No, so don't blame it on the fact that he didn't play T20 cricket.
But me I say, obvious, saying the far from it.
Me no know.
Because not for the team.
Me no know.
The way of the team I play Orville, coach have to get beat.
Yes, but beat him because him clearly not do what I'm supposed to do. But don't say it is better.
But it is a better coach to test cricket. You think of the experience they have by playing, and then if you don't think that.
All right, put it this way: I don't think you had to be a T20 cricketer specifically for understand some of the things that you need for doing.
I think you have some people in Orville like.
Yeah, me think a good coach, a better coach than Phil Simmons in white ball cricket would have probably do a better job.
Yeah, but them evolve. You have some coach and some people.
Where says Simmons them not evolve?
No.
Well, boy, you must struggle.
You must struggle. You must struggling, man. But you see, sometimes some things have to happen to you.
Who was the coach of the Australian T20 team that won the World Cup? Justin Langer.
Yeah.
Justin Langer never played T20 cricket. Justin Langer played in Brian Lara at them time.
Yeah.
But him lead Australia to come win the title. And I'm sure if you go around the list of the people who did win the T20 titles as coach before, well, probably them never used to play T20 cricket.
Yeah, them never.
Remember T20 cricket is what? About 15-year-old or 12, 14 years.
But not for a coach, I'm trying to learn it.
So, I don't know if me going to use that. Justin Langer use the Australia side when enough people never think could win and can win.
You see somebody, you see the man them, the coach, why the coach have to get beaten and they could have sent him on before the team or anything. Because you know, you
you see, you're a coach a team. The Formula West Indies use and win the cup and dominate. You cannot use it now because we don't have the same set of players with the same skill set.
That is
we have
true.
some different set of players we need to adjust them game to them ability where them can play.
I agree.
You don't have nobody in the team like Galen. You don't have no bowler in the team like Bravo. You don't have no bowler in the team like Narayan and Badji them.
Yep.
So you have to play within the man them were dead and now within. But you want them play the same way like, no, nobody, no, that's not going to run.
Yeah.
Because they're not really different, you know, but how them have to play within where them strong. Because they're the same team that come back with Gale and Nara and them. They run through everybody where they are right now where you feel like them are play good.
Yeah, well, certainly not Ryan would.
Nara the top man Orville, but I remember say when Gale perform the ball and no one ball team.
If Narayan did that World Cup here, we'd have gone through. Him alone. Single-handedly, just him alone.
Yeah, man, I mess with that too, you know.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, man, he's tough, man. But, you see, you see the fitness thing. I want to think where me not bother talk about it, you know, because there is no, you can't tell me say my hand fit and Carnival fit, you know, brother. So me not think about
different standards apply.
Yes,
personally, some of the time when them say the man them not fit, me not think that should have stopped them from play. But when them say Evan Lewis never fit 2-3 weeks after I'm a country and thing, me never agree with that. However, me think say the man them, if you really want to play, if there is no other source of income, and the man them say, yo, we need you to achieve that level of fitness, yeah, them would have achieved that level there.
The man them get rich too quick, yeah,
that is the problem.
Man them get rich too quick.
You see that statement there? In a nutshell, that is the problem.
Yeah, man, the man them get rich too quick, man. I hate my head them get too much in million US there to go on. I don't have Guyana. If you have a little bit of money to Guyana, brother.
That is a problem.
The man they say, boy, I miss you go.
And these people get rich without having to improve. Them get rich basically by can lick with 4 overs worth of cricket. You know?
What you mean, man?
Then if IPL pick me, I may earn zillions. All that is required of me is me can bat 8 over or 10 over and lick with somebody. A man who averaged 30 in IPL with a strike rate of 140 is a rich man in life, you know. Just them youth are no need for do not more than
that.
Yes, street youth.
Why everything I go your way, man?
What I mean? With the drop, yes. Or with City dropping points to Liverpool, losing to Liverpool.
Not even that alone. That's the whole. But when they watch match against Leeds, anybody that Arsenal fan, right?
Oh yes, I spoke about it, you know, on YouTube, you know. Boy, I don't know how we won that game about.
Everything I go your way, man.
Yeah, man.
Everything I go Arsenal way.
Watching that game, you wonder if it start a season when it's our season.
Yeah, man. Let me not tell you. More than one time, I see it happening in that season where things just go Arsenal way, brother. Like, they must scrape out some points normally. I like match it. Last year, they lose at 3-1, you know. That match against Leeds. Last season, they lose at 3-1.
All right.
So, I just, boy, anybody can put a money on them. They're not going to right there when it is done.
Yes.
Street youth, big up yourself.
All right, man.
Good.
All right.
I will take the break.
No, man. We still have a little bit. We got to Malcolm.
Yeah, Sir Orville.
Yes, sir.
Zidane, good evening.
Good afternoon.
I want to ask, because when me call, me always tell you, so me don't know no stats like that. But me just a little layman want a little guidance. As it pertains to the West Indies team, you see, a regular organization that is not performing, they normally revamp the organization. I mean, where structure is concerned, all of that. Orville, help me to understand what your proposal, what you think would have been best to help them right now. Would it be to get some new players, or is it just strictly based in the standard of play? What is the real problem?
When it's based in the standard of play, what do you mean?
Like how you keep on advocate, which me totally agree with. It's just a case of me not call. This cooking, all of them come, 4 them one lick. Nobody believes that they can run singles and run one lick or 2, or work down the score, or make score running single. That is not the only thing, Me understand what you say.
Yeah.
A man go if he get a chance to lick the 6 and 4, take that chance and do that.
Yes.
Once you see the opportunity to do so. But based on the pitch, based on the ball where you face, if you can only run singles and twos, do that.
Big man, yesterday we had 5 people getting out. I think all 5 went caught in the deep. Now, these Australian grounds are massive grounds, big fields. If you have the ability to chip down, one of the reasons why we can't play spin is because we stand up one place and swipe. Nobody uses their feet and say, all right, may I go lick to the left of long off and make long off chase because me I look too. Less risk, The risk is probably leaving your base. But there's no risk of being caught. And you hustle the first one, you look to run hard. Nobody says, here what, square leg vacant, me I gotta try play towards square leg and look one, rather than just block the ball back to the bowler. That kind of approach is out, and it has not been there for years. These cricketers don't approach the thing like that. That approach means you have to fit the winner. And probably that is part of the problem. When you look at how the best T20 players in the world bat, when I see the Australians and the Kiwis and the man, they can run hard, run 2, run 3, because they are fitter. You can't ask Hetmeyer to do that. You can't ask Evan Lewis to do that. You can't ask Odin Smith them to do that. So you couldn't ask Chris Gayle them to do that. So part of the problem, we have to be fitter at that level, and we have to change how we think we can score. But we're coming back after the break.
All right.
Yeah, man, we're coming to the tune. Who we have again?
Still here.
Yeah, you have a minute. Is who this again?
Malcolm,
you have a minute.
So what I was asking, is it a case that they can get new persons with these are the only set of new players, basically, that we have? These are the only players that we have available to us in the Caribbean. Nobody is not performing up to standard where we could have mega go panel and say even restart the team and start with some of the newer concepts where they have instilling them what they would have want, the style of play what they would have want.
A lot of the problem though, is goes right back to every kind of cricket in the West Indies. If you watch regional cricket, regional cricketers have the same issue.
Oh.
Some might have it worse than some. If you watch club cricket in Jamaica, the issue is also there. By and large, that is a philosophy with West Indies cricket. We want to look cool and we want to look stylish, or we want to beat ball. But the traditional way, and I've gone to training at all levels, from primary school to the West Indies level. Our way of training is for a man stand up in our nets, a man run in and bowl, and him fire some shot or him practice some shots. Too many of our training is like that. We have to start getting people to spend more time in game-like training sessions. So this is the field, gentlemen. We are going to bowl 60 ball to you. We want you to make whatever, 40, 50 singles or whatever. Too much of our training sessions are in the nets, where a man is not learning how to place and beat a field. Because in the net, you can't do that. You don't know where the field of them there.
Okay.
When you carry the people out on one pitch and actually set a field, even if you don't have bowlers that do it, you put a cone here so, a cone around so, a cone around so, and say, I want you to lick that gap here. But you have to start with that from you about 12 and 13 and 14 years old. So that by the time them start play school cricket, a little youth can lick gaps, a little youth understands that cricket is not just about can lick with some bat. What we call big bat at the youth, and we can play some pretty cover drive. We have to change the culture to make a youth know, say, what we call big bat in a youth is how can you get good balls, get singles and twos without looking like you're risky.
And we don't have none of that. We don't have none of that grassroots system that in place.
None of that. I tell him one. I discussed it with at least one man already who was. I can say as a former West Indies player. I said I will sponsor a singles competition in primary schools. I will get the sponsorship. For a 10 over competition where boundaries now in play. None at all, you know. So the youth them know say if you lick the ball straight over 4, you get 1 fee. And you will see how batting start improve, because too many of our youngsters, if them can't get 4 or 6, they don't know what else to do. I would want to, you ask me what would I do if I start it? I want the powers that be. If I were the JC or if I were, well, probably not JC, but some sponsor. And I would contribute to it, my boss. That is how serious I take it. A 10 over competition amongst primary schools, even if you're going to have other kind of cricket, it's a no boundary competition. So you get what you run for. So if you run 1, run 2, run 3, no 4 nor 6 now play. Do that for 5 years and watch that generation of young batsmen 5 years or 10 years after that. Then we would start learning how to bat. But I'll leave it to some of us.
All right, sir.
All right, Malcolm.
All right.
Yes.
All right?
Yes.
Prophet is standing by. Prophet.
Orville.
Oh, Mr. P, are you named Prophet?
Yes, what me tell you yesterday, man? What me tell you, say? The only thing you just said, man, pa the boundary and throw it up.
Yeah.
Already this old card.
All of them on the mouth card I try last the ball, you know?
Orville, but let me ask you something. And the first set of batsmen, I see them bend their knee and they try like 6, you know. If you bend your knee, no pull, sweep or something.
No, man, sometimes you want to get hand of the ball for elevated.
Orville, yeah, I just said something, you know. That's right. Them and them can't chip, you know. Can't chip.
Nobody now left them base. Listen, when you have bad spinners, boy, you have to be like Viv Richards, although Viv used to left him base.
And the mighty Kalupa.
You have to call the greats, them, man.
Yeah, but Harvey, let me tell you something. People talk about this coach. When him used to play for West Indies, you know, him is like Calvin Smith and Callis King, you know. He's a ball beater, you know. Although we never have 2020. But Simmons' innings is like 2020, you know. Him no great stroke player, you know. A ball beater. So when them appoint him as a coach, me say, boy, watch out. If him pass it on to them guys, they know. Because Simmons could not chip on the runs, regional cricket.
Yeah.
No, look up pace ball and spinner couldn't bowl to Simmons, you know. I go by boundary them gone.
Hey, you talk about that now. I remember one day I was watching Jamaica Trinidad Savannah Park. Robert Taines bowled to Phil Simmons. I think it's one whole session. Fight it out. So he had his time when he could stand up and bat as well, you know. But yes, generally he's a man really quick bat.
Yes, man. And let me tell you something, man. I just about the no 6 and no 4.
Mr. P,
yes.
If I were to I think I've left enough legacy in media, is it? That if I should done with media now, them are going to call my name for a while. I would want to leave a legacy in cricket in Jamaica. I would like to be the man that pioneers a no boundaries competition at some level. Maybe not 20 overs, because if I run without licking 4 and 6 for 20 overs, a lot of running. But I would like a 10 over competition in primary schools. I suppose I even want to do it at the club level. So you have your 2-day cricket, you have your 50 over cricket, you probably even have your 20 overs, whatever. But I would love a 10 over cricket competition in Jamaica. No boundaries.
Yeah,
because this current generation gone, you know. We can't do nothing about them here to a large extent. Them 20 at the year old.
You see what killed Jamaica?
No, let me just make a point and then you come. You say if we do that for the current generation between, say, 8 and 15-year-old, and then play that kind of cricket there for 2, 3, 4 seasons, watch that set of youth in 10 years' time. And see how people bat.
All right. Yeah, where say, but put it this way, Arvin.
Yeah.
You see this limited over schoolboy cup shot, 15 over and 20 over too. It's just like what you say, no. It's the other example, you know. Cut out this 15 over and 20 over and you try to make 300 runs.
No, because the 15 and 20 over now I teach the youth them for swipe. Me I said to you now, you know. If you still play 15 over, but you set to the youth them, and maybe the youth them not gonna like it neither, you know. I mean, I don't even know if it could get it past, but that would be my legacy in Jamaica cricket.
Yeah.
Because I can guarantee you, a little boy with no boundary and play, it improves his ability to rotate. It improves his gap finding. It forces fielders to be on them toes because fielder knows every single count now. So we get sharper, we get fitter. That in itself, just like how catch and should be was a novelty. We don't know if they played no other country. But the West Indies used to use catch and should be and help to cause cricket. Give me a no boundary thing, and if the generation that plays it, look on them down the road. Yeah, if me did have money, I'd decimate start.
Yeah, Zidane. I was reading an article. You're a great baller. When you Messi?
Yeah, the GOAT.
Yeah, them say in first contract with Barcelona was written on a napkin. You hear about it?
His contract?
Yeah, in first contract with Barcelona was written on a napkin.
No.
Yeah, man, that's true, man.
First may I hear that one.
Yeah, we'll check it out. It's true, man, it's true.
All right.
But I just one. Watch out.
Yeah.
And this, my name changed from, all right, you can't call me back Sir P, but when West Indies cricket up here.
Call a prophet.
Prophet, because I see a thing I tell you yesterday, we have to come. I put it this way. I don't know if you was watching it when one of them announced in the dog hole or something like that. When they said, Filthy man is a worried man, and him said, no, him sit down and him ready. But then I hear a man in the background, to go home. You didn't hear about that?
No.
Yes, man. A man said that yesterday, man. A white man have on a jacket. Say, the coach, relax and he ready. And a man in the background said, to go home.
Mm.
Okay.
I'm seeing something something similar on a napkin.
Anyhow, England. Cool.
All right, Mr. P.
All right, we'll take the break.
We're coming back.
All right, so we're back. DC. Hello?
Hello?
Yes, DC.
What you saying?
Good afternoon, DC.
Good afternoon. And how are you?
Not bad.
We're not too bad.
Not too bad. Boy, you know, I hear somebody offering me champagne. And,
this is Dave Camera.
Oh,
it took a while for us to know who DC was. Big up Dave Camera.
AKA Prezi.
Yes.
AKA Prezi. Boy, a man say him willing to offer you a bottle of your favorite wine, Chardonnay or Merlot.
Yeah.
Well, I tell you, but you know, I really wouldn't want to accept it for the reasons that he's trying to offer it to me. Because I'm hurting today. I think it's actually probably the darkest day for me in West Indies cricket. Even the players walking off the tour in India appears in comparison to today. And then to top it off, that note by the administration that it is our batting that is a problem. I mean, and the coach saying that the batting is a problem has made it even worse. So clearly, we have an organization that went to a World Cup in 2019, came last, went to another World Cup in 2021, came last, and didn't qualify for the main event this year. And we, in a statement, point to our batting. You know, I mean, it tells me we really don't understand what we're doing.
I agree, boss. Certainly not where the white ball is concerned. None at all.
Again, Orville, so at this juncture, to be pointing to the batting and our inability to play slow bowling as a problem, and you're going to have a post-mortem. To me, we don't understand the gravity of the situation. It's a team that has won like 10% of the games in the last year or something to that effect.
Yeah.
And you're talking about our batting. Already, if you go back and look at our cricket, when we won those two World Cups, it was not our batting that won those two World Cups. It was our bowling that won it.
I have told people that the bowling was just as important. I would not say the batting was more important.
We had two memorable performances by one Fortis gentleman, Mal and Samuel.
Yes.
And at the Fortis.
Outside of that, when you look at our performances in those two World Cups, we had Badri and Narayan in 2012.
Yes.
We had Badri in 2016.
Yes.
That made it different at the top of the order in every single one of those games that we played.
I have told them, Mr. DC, that don't tell me that it is big hitting was our main reason for winning World Cup. Badri, Narayan, Bravo, the bowling was holding its own. Jerome Taylor in one of the game, liquid Jawadan, stump and create panic in the people and thing. Them cost me half a radio, so I understand cricket a big thing make we win.
Well, no, but you see again, Orville, you know, past some of the time, you have the producer there with Sean. Just go back to the numbers.
Yeah, you listen to this program. You listen to this program, Mr. President. These people who take me on the business with numbers.
The thing is very clear. Tell me how many innings in those two World Cups we scored over 180.
Right, sir. I've told them.
So
we bowl out Sri Lanka in one of the final.
No, I don't want to take up your time. And
yes.
I know your callers want to call in, but I'm hurting, and I think, you know, we need to start with Jamaica cricket, because if we're gonna really change this thing, then the people in Jamaica, the stakeholders in Jamaica, need to ask
if this is the kind of cricket we want. And if we can start there, then we can look to make some changes.
But before you run, Mr. Cameron, is there anything preventing you from running for the West Indies Cricket Board presidency again?
Nothing.
You're interested? Or you would
Is that Zidane?
Yes.
Is that the great Zidane?
Yes, man. Would you be interested?
Zidane, running is a very strong word. There are 12 votes that decide the presidency of West Indies Cricket. There are 6 territories, 6 shareholders.
Mm-hmm.
And to say you're running is really, I don't know exactly how you're running. What you're running for.
If the 12 territories decide that they'll support your bid,
correct.
Would you prefer put like that?
Put like that.
Let's put it that way. That if all the leadership of the territories believe that I can help, then I'd be willing to consider it. And I've said that before. But I'm not running go anywhere.
Okay, good.
All right, sir, DC.
All right. Orville has Garvey's number.
I have the man number we send me by the Chardonnay or the Merlot.
Please.
All right. Am I allowed to give him your number, Mr. President?
Because him same respect you highly,
The man rated like what people rate people like. The man say the man all text me phone now that you have visionary and them thing there.
But Orville, you know rate me too.
Yes. But boy, you find a man who is a bigger fan of you than me.
You can my number.
I can't give him. All right, sir.
Yeah, man. Big up yourself.
Big up.
Thank you. Yeah, man.
All right. Who we got to know? Shipping port?
Yeah.
Yeah, horse and ghost.
I mean, you're the ghost.
Yeah, I know that one.
The one the bad horse and ghost.
But good question a while ago, Zidane, you know?
Yeah.
I love that question that we asked him a while ago.
Yeah, man, because no matter what you want to think, man, it's chalk the trees in terms of what is happening now and what was happening when he was there.
You know, it's a thing I'm wonder too, if ever again would I consider in that fear.
Yes, so you're just saying that you don't know what you have until you lose it. Remember, you're coming to come under some serious pressure.
Yeah.
But we were never like this, though.
What else? You never know about that napkin thing, the man. So I saw them wrap up Messi. I think it was age 13 when the Barcelona connection came to Argentina. I think it was a meeting in a restaurant and it's a napkin them do the contract one for it.
Yes.
Them wedding signature. Yeah, man, I think they know that one.
I wasn't aware.
Oh, so yeah, I met the lawyer still, I think they know. But the cricket last night, I'm catch the cricket, I think when Evan Lewis and my youth about Brandon King, I think about 30 for 2. And you know, I noticed from through the entire West Indies inning since I caught the game, everybody except Brandon King from the first ball I saw bowl was trying every single ball except when the bowler come out in the last part. They were named the last Jamaican Ocean
or the Smith.
Yeah, because he must play down 2 balls. The last over then kind of tight. The last 2 over. So them I think we see play down 2 balls. But apart from that, Bridget, every bowler tried to beat the boundary. Every single ball where bowler man them try to beat the boundary. And the commentator was emphasizing about the long boundary that West Indies keep getting caught going for deep over the long boundary.
Yes.
And
listen, there was a breeze blowing noticeably from one end of the ground blowing to the other. Yeah. Now that's why I'm saying you have to learn for score some other ways. The man might lick the ball against the wind, you know. And just a out cart in the deep, a cold cart in the deep, out cart in the deep.
All of the shot them attempt.
And that happen. Now I'm saying if you have another way to score quickly, like I say, here, me can't lick 6 against the wind up at that area. Me have to lick down so and try run 2. Me have to try lick 4. You can't get 7 or 8 runs over without after I try lick every ball for 6, you know. I've been telling this for 3 years, but the man say a 6 licking T20s, 6 licking cricket.
It's not
at last we come.
You know, because Brandon King was pouring the ball, you know. But he was pouring the ball mainly on the ground and not lick the ball in a year. Watch how them bad compare to Brandon King. Brandon King approach is not good over it. I don't think Brandon King score a 6, you know. He never hit a 6 in his 50 yard way make.
Mr. have a little problem with Brandon innings still. Little bit, you know. Because he faced
the thing with him, the power thing with him, I think him for reserve more time energy. Because every single ball he got to power them for 4.
But you know want to kill him because he is one of the little bright sparks.
But I touch the race start because a Saturday and a Friday and a 4 left, so I touch the race start and run leave it.
Yes.
But I'm not here no one touch it yet. Tomorrow the big race at track and why one of the big I think the biggest race I hear so far because I said the 3-year-old and I start I'm not say the next set or in the next leg of the blue final. But blue final can't keep pace to the master still. So maybe that's why they not take the chance with blue final. But Atomic as a 3-year-old, brave as a 3-year-old, super filly, but against these horses are the first them pace to go reach blue final Atomica, you know. Because Atomica in the race with some headliners. Mahogany was lame the last race, and I know how good Mahogany is now. But we have a jockey named Big Cardenas. Big Cardenas is riding the last name Jordan Rain. Tomorrow at the track, people, Jordan will be raining at Cayman's Park tomorrow. Chipping Port said Jordan Rain will beat Atomica tomorrow.
All right.
But another thing, I am afraid it will be, because I always look on it and say them going to put out themselves on the headline, then I ask the PSR, which is I am afraid that come, and we don't know where it named the runaway algo of him slave. But with the jockey, and Anthony Thomas, me not rate him so much as a jockey to get the job done for the big horses. Pachi would have been a better rider for I am afraid tomorrow. But Jordan Rain, my pick for tomorrow to beat them all.
Somebody just text me and say handicap I gave Mahogany too much weight, 57 kilos. You agree with that?
Why Mahogany carry 57? Mahogany at the big ass at the grade one ass, you know, we are win the races. So Mahogany go carry the weight.
Oh.
But the weight, Mahogany a tank cold sometime. But Mahogany was lame the last race. So we don't know Mahogany come with today. We don't know Mahogany come with tomorrow.
I'll leave it.
Jordan will get the job done. As I always say, Atomica can't run under pressure. Her time will come, she will dominate, she will run Cayman's Park when her time comes, but she will learn front under pressure, and tomorrow will be her first set.
All right.
Going to sit the buckle under pressure.
All right, my boss.
Pick up yourself, enjoy the weekend.
Yeah, man, same to you.
Yeah, man.
All right. We'll take the break now, Nicholas. We're coming back.
All right, Evangelist.
Bless you, Majana.
Yes,
Evangelist. So you do.
All right. You said something earlier, Orville. You said we're narrowing in this side. You would single-handedly win it for the Western League.
No, man. We would be in the main thing. We would have gone through this route.
Yeah, fine. He holds well and takes a few wickets. And we've seen it in the past where the bowlers have represented and the batsmen fail to deliver. Because we've seen even in the match they won, there was a collapse.
You're talking about a prime Narayan, right?
Yeah, man. I thought Narayan.
Yeah, man. So, I'm not even put no great weight on that. I think he would make a difference, no doubt.
A prime Narayan is top 3 all time in terms of T20 bowling in the bar.
No, man. If Narayan played this
against little man, Narayan just bowl them out, man. So top class people struggle with Narayan, you know. Let alone. Yeah.
He's pedigree.
Yeah, man.
Something else I want to touch on now. For years, because I've been watching football, I've been to the national stadium and have my heart broken so many times. I've been to cricket matches at Combine and watched and lost so many sleepless nights watching. I have two points, and they almost might contradict each other, but at the end of the day, I'm making a solid point. One, I went to training last night. I played Masters League, and I got a new coach. And the coach said he watched me play a match on Sunday before, and within 20 minutes, he was able to identify my deficiency and correct it. And he showed me some drills. The man said, not even playing football. Because a lot of coaches just make it come, run up and down 20 laps, and then some little odd stuff, and then you play one squad match and a training them call it. He says his speciality as a coach is to identify the deficiencies in a game, correct it, and improve you as a player. The position I was playing for years, the man said, you're not just here to play. I have seen you, and I'm putting you in the position that you rightfully belong, that I think you can contribute most to the team in. I say all of that to say, having watched so much football, these guys would have selected themselves on merit. So,
which one?
For the cricket team, for the football team, they would have had to be performing in a team somewhere. So,
right.
So when you get here now, having scored 20, 30 goals somewhere, and I put you on a football field, and you are in front of the goal, one-on-one, or you have some simple goals to score and miss it, and somebody going to tell me, say, the coach So this is one side of my argument. I can't blame the coach. In such an instance, it's the player that needs to step up his game, sure?
It's the part of the coach's responsibility is to get you to learn how to finish at that level as well.
Yeah, man, but you know, you prove that you can finish. That's why you got chosen.
No, you prove that you can finish at another level.
Yes.
But to be able to be consistently doing it.
Yes.
Coach can improve your consistency, man. Coach can improve your efficiency rate. So, let's say you were using basketball terms, you were 30% from the field or 35% from the field. Him can get you to 50% from the field. That's part of his.
So that's what I'm saying.
If him can't get you to way up the same, at least him can
improve it.
Improve his 35, 36.
Yeah.
Some improvement would need to take place.
Yeah, man. So the footballer we have scored 15 goals a season.
Yes.
The coach aim is to get you to now score 20 goals a season.
Yes.
You know what I mean? So the coach can help to improve your game every time.
So one part of my argument is players need to step up because you now score a 50 average then, 45 average, and you come to you're selected for the team and you can only now manage a 50 average. And you're doing it consistently, and that's why it became an average, true?
Yeah.
And you come now and you're not performing on that level. So some persons are not up for the big league, that's one part of it, and they need to step up them game. As well as there may be some flaws in their technique. Do we have our coaches at that level? Because I heard you say something earlier. They just come and hold up 2 balls in the net, boom, lick them back, and that's training.
Listen,
coaching
is a big part of the problem in the West Indies.
Yes.
Coaching. At all levels matter.
I think it's a challenge.
Including probably mostly at the youth level.
Yes.
The coaching are there, man.
So until we can fix those two things, where we're getting consistency from players, because there are quality players there, where there's no doubt in my mind that we do have some quality players.
I'm going to leave you with this. There are players now who are West Indian players.
Yes.
Who would want proper facilities to train right now.
Yes.
And those facilities don't exist.
So we are behind the rest of the world then.
So when I say training, coaching is a problem. Coaching is a problem, but also infrastructure is a problem.
Yes.
I am saying, you have people who are West Indian cricketers now in Jamaica who want proper facilities to train and struggling to find them.
So West Indies board need to step up their game then?
Yep. I leave it right.
Because it's not like they can reinvent the wheel. It is out there. They need to step out there and get to the time, get the technology that's available to get the players up to the grade, because it's not cutting, it's embarrassing.
I leave it right.
It's embarrassing.
Yes, man.
So we need to step up again. All right, gentlemen, have a good weekend.
All right, Evangelist. Big up. Same to you.
God bless you.
All right. Diego.
New York. Start spreading the news. All right, guys, couple of things. Coming no time to come away. Why have we last year when the Gale and the Pollard them and the Bravo lose to big side? Every caller cost the player them. This year, after the man them, these players lose to joke side like Scotland. Nobody costing the players. Why these people are the best. But you know what I want to get to know? Because I think Zidane touched on it, which is where you come in now, Orville, as the man who have the ears and the eyes of West Indies cricket. Recommendations. I hear Zidane mention, but why not use Jason Holder as the new captain?
Yeah. For the white ball.
For the white ball.
Because I would stay with Craig for the test cricket.
No, man, just forget about test cricket, man. You keep coming in test cricket. When we stay, well, you always do that. We're not talking test cricket. We're talking about T20.
All right.
Why you always have to interject and preempt your thing?
All right, Diego. I wouldn't have a problem with Jason and the white ball.
So, yeah, just stay with me now, man. I know time is on the thing, man.
Right.
Secondly, now, that's where you come in now. The coach now, who would you recommend for Phil Simmons, Orville?
I now say something about your customer. Who would I recommend
T20,
as the T20 coach?
Yeah. Not about T20. Who would you recommend for Phil Simmons for T20?
I have to think about it. But I really have to think.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So you see, there's a problem now for guru like you. So who would you recommend now for Monte Desai? No, but you are the one close to the roots of the West Indies thing, so we need you now to come give us some recommendations. Cause changes have to be made.
Yeah. Boy, Diego,
what about Monte Desai, the batting coach?
Let me tell you one of the things that I would have to do. If I was the person tasked with the responsibility of choosing a batting coach, I would have want to interview these people. I would have want to know, what are your methods?
Jesus Christ, who would you interview then? Help you know?
I would
some name.
I would show the thing and people apply and then see who apply.
But you are there. Who you rate as batting coach in the Caribbean?
I travel to West Indies. I don't see too many people right now, Diego, where me that does naturally say that man I forget the job.
So there's nobody out there that you see now. Like I can say right now with Brooklyn, Steve Nash is a problem and people are saying, let's go for Mark Jackson. So who do you see out there?
Right off the bat, I can't think of nobody. That may I try.
All right. So you can't think of a head coach and you can't think of a batting coach. Next thing now, the players. Yeah. One of your callers made a good suggestion now.
Yes.
Would you change the players? Would you bring in new players?
There's not a lot of wholesale changes to be made. Maybe if we apply next T20 series now, maybe 3 or 4 changes. But by and large, these people are among the best.
So which would those 3 or 4 be?
That again. May I bring in Raheem Carnwell to come home?
No, you see, no, you have to think it's a joke. You see?
Wait, man.
No, when people deal with the other talk about the comedy thing. I talk serious sports, real sports, and here you gone.
The man say a joke, me I make star. The man say I've been a serious. No, Raheem come the way.
All right. So you would bring Raheem Carnwell to open then?
Yes.
Okay.
And look what
that's one. Give me 2 more.
I think Yannick Carrier must be given more opportunities. I think he's a proper leg spinner.
No, he's in the side. He's in the side already.
But him not play.
Yeah. He's in the side. We're not matter what people who are not in the side.
You're talking just a T20 or one day?
T20.
Just
the World Cup is just gone. Jesus. Very difficult for talking sometimes. Like 15 years.
I'm going to have a sit down and talk with Jermaine Blackwood, find out what's his headspace. I'm trying to get him involved.
I was thinking of Blackwood. What about Bonner?
No, not for T20.
Because what you were saying is
50 overs for sure.
What you've seen over the world is that a lot of the test players are playing. So I was thinking, why not bring in Bonner and Blackwood to join Brandon King and Brooks?
No, I would have both Bonner and Blackwood in the 50 overs setup. I wouldn't necessarily push
Jesus
Bonner.
Christ, man, talk T20. Why you just love chat?
But that is, man? I'm saying that is, but I wouldn't. I was going to complete the sentence now.
But I made the call. I said focus on only T20. We
all right, no, well,
another day.
Not Bonner, but definitely Blackwood.
So you bring in Blackwood and Cornell in our next T20 international.
Yeah.
Okay, who would you drop now? Which 2 would you drop that played yesterday?
Who would I drop that played yesterday? Puran would I get a rest.
So you're dropping Puran?
Yeah. Who would I captain? I don't know about drop. Him clearly need a break.
Yes.
He'll be out of the 11 then.
Yes.
He'll be out of the 11.
He might get a break. For sure.
All right, yeah. Man, you barely help me. I some 1 hour. Yeah, you barely help. But do your thing.
All right.
As the guru.
All right, Diego asked me some question. I'm supposed to just find the answer them right as I'm talking, without even getting a chance to think. Anyway, we'll take the break. We're coming back. All right. For the final segment, we start with JT.
Yes, great Zidane, great Orville.
Yes,
you said JC.
Yeah, man.
JC, you said?
Yeah, man, JC.
Oh, okay. That might be as JT.
Not DC, not JC. Yeah, JC. I must tell you, like you, Orville, I tuned in at 11 o'clock. I switched off when they needed probably 7 runs to win. And what I really saw there, if you're going to take the coaching job from Simmons, I think it's more punishment, because I don't know if somebody else would have been able to have done better. Where I see a distinct weakness was Puran. I've heard you say it before, but I didn't know it was that glaring. His captaincy is really not that great. No, really not that great. And that when you are defending a score under 150, you can't be gambling. And when he brought on Odin Smith there, I was in shock. You know, real shock when he brought on Odin Smith.
So suppose I tell you that unlike a lot of people, I don't have too much problems with that particular decision. This is Australia. The pitches are fast and bouncy. Odin Smith on him day can lick in your neck with the ball easily. You know.
Yes.
It can be very expensive, but the truth is, since August, he has taken more wickets than most of the other West Indian fast bowlers.
Yeah, I am not.
So he can be risky, but him can be a wicket taker as well.
Yeah,
and him fast, and him can be, you know.
Anybody who challenges that doesn't know cricket. So I don't have a problem with that.
So it's not the most bramble thing to do, to say, boy.
No, I wouldn't say bramble.
The score is 150.
With 150, you said it. With 150, it is a risk. We don't have a chance.
But here's why it is not that.
Right there.
Here's why I can understand the risk. You're not going to defend 150. You're not going to bowl 20 overs and the team don't make 150. So you have to bowl them out, chance more likely than not. If it is 180, then you may not need to bowl Odin Smith. You get the point I'm making. But when you must bowl out the team and you have a bowler who has I think since August him gone 15 wickets. I think.
Yeah, but we're just talking
it's a gamble worth taking for 1 or 2 overs.
I don't know, Orville. I mean, if you want to backtrack, you can backtrack.
Yeah.
But we are looking at the performance with Scotland and Zimbabwe, and I wouldn't have gone with him. I would want him around, but I wouldn't have brought him. I just don't see him as a bowler with a score that low.
No, but I'm saying to you, that is when you need to take him fast. He can go for runs, you know, but he can get, like I said, since August, I think he's our leading wicket taker. And I think him going since August, I think a little bit on a 9 per over. So I'm saying I can understand it. Now, even if you can argue the other way and say, boy, you know, somebody else, but it is not the worst thing to say, boy, this man has the propensity to get wickets. We have to bowl out the man if we win a game. It's in Australia where it's fast and bouncy, and we know if them look like Irishman, I can't manage him. Do God, make a theme day. It's not the worst decision I've seen. I've seen worse where him do. When him keep opening the ball in the Kyle Myers, that just don't make no sense. Thankfully, him never do it that game well last night.
Yeah, and very quickly though, but you see, for me, you know, Orville, this thing, because they got backed up with it. We don't really have many options. We don't really have
the option, like what I'm saying,
very limited.
I am saying, I don't want to just look at the results on the field, because results on the field usually sometimes is as a result of the kind of players that you have. I'm saying I would want to know what these coaches' philosophies are, how you think about the thing. And that is why I'd probably get all 6 coaches of the 6 franchises now. Interview all 6. So Shiv as the Talawas coach, whoever coached the Barbados, whatever them name, whoever coaches St. Lucia team, I'll invite all 6 head coaches for the job. All 6 batting coaches, whoever they are. Sit them in our room, hear them philosophy, and on that basis then I'll make a judgment.
We could have, I don't know, the 140, and to me, it's almost cricket sacrilege to have 5 wickets left.
You can't make 140 at for 5. On that sort of pitch, man. Joke.
That is horrible, man.
Man, that was really poor, my boss.
Yes, Zidane, it was horrible. I just kept waiting to see when we are going to do. And it's like I lost it temporarily, because when he said last over, I said, what? I kept thinking there was even 1 left. I couldn't understand it.
Yeah.
Anyway, I know people lining up. So, another time.
All right, JC, yes, big up yourself.
Cool. Big on.
All right, who we got to know? Patrick?
You notice somebody don't call to the program today because we are trying like 6 and out every bar. Patrick!
Patrick? Patrick, are you your time, you know, Patrick? Patrick is there, but
all right, let me make the point. Let me make the point. Because I see somebody posting about Cornwall. Brandon King's strike rate, as good as he batted in this game, was 129. And he batted, more than a third of the balls. He batted 48 balls. And I was telling somebody this morning that ideally, I don't want you batting 48 balls and give me a 129 strike rate. If you are going to be there that long, give me a 140 strike rate. But the counter to that is that if the other people, if I was getting more cameos, if I was getting more of what Odin Smith do, then Brandon King's innings could be, you know, I'd be, you know, not critical, because like I say, he's one of the bright sparks. But I want him to score faster than that, than 129. I want you 140. But on this like a Bramble side, he probably feels if I go too hard, then we all out. My argument for Cornwall, post up on the Facebook, and I said the public figure endorsing it. If Cornwall is going to bat you 20 overs, 20 balls, despite his limitations, he's not going to score at 120. He's not going to score at 100. He is going to give you, on average, 135, 140. So my argument is, although he has limitations in getting singles, people, I want people to get singles. Part of the reason because more you score faster. Because I think you will score faster if you score after every ball. Now, despite Cornwall's limitations, he scores faster than most, which is precisely why I prefer him ahead of the others. Now, does that mean that me think him going to solve my singles problems? No. How else can I explain for these people to understand? Ideally, what me want is for people to score fast with as little risk as you can. Now, me believe with Cornwall, with the field up, he might go do the same thing where Evan Lewis are doing at this tournament. Given the choice between him and Evan Lewis did play at the CPL and not do nothing really, you know. He made a team based on his reputation. I don't believe that Cornwall would do any worse than Evan Lewis, based on current form. Cornwall batted far better than Evan Lewis. And also, Cornwall give me the option if he can spin 2 ball and out down 2 man. Now, yeah, him probably go and, you know, cost you 5, 6, 7 runs in the circle. But me think him valid that with the ball man can lick up on him day, and the fact him can bowl a steady thing out some. It doesn't mean that he solves my singles problem. It means that value for value, him give me more value than what say Evan Lewis give me that tournament. Than probably even what Poor and give me that tournament. Anyway, Rooney.
Yeah, my boss.
Where you say Rooney?
Orville, you know think them do look better in terms of turning over the strike.
In the game with them win.
In this game today. In this game, yeah.
They were trying, but you notice how everybody out?
Yeah, we get that. You have the big side of the field and the ball of them, the spinner ball to the big side of the field.
And everybody try like 6 same way. And an old cart down a bush there. Everybody look for the hill.
What I say is because we're stand and deliver cricketers.
Yeah.
We're not trying nothing else. You see we're the Irish move across the wicket and them try that little thing and them look up the sweep there and them thing them do them thing there.
Yeah.
We not do them things there.
That's my point. I've been saying that. But it has to be our game, else dog. I go eat with supper. We are going to finish come last and them something.
Yeah, because you remember against Australia, you know, the commentators were saying these are bigger fields and everything like that.
Yeah.
We need to do these things.
Yeah.
So me ask, who do I blame for this? Because we are not that, you know, Harvey. We not do them thing there, no. Is it the coach now?
The coach have the coach.
Yo, we're going to go training today and we're going to do the lap sweep and we're going to do the reverse sweep.
The whole of the coaching thing is about that thing. There's not just a today thing, my boss.
Well, because when as Mr. you can see we are trying, you understand me? Brandon King, bam! And then boss it, the man for the hardest and cricket ball, it go down about 100. You understand me? But it's straight to the man them. The man them ball short third man and find like the whole entire game.
Yeah.
You see what I talk about? Nobody try go down a third man, nobody try go down a fine leg.
That is, but Rooney, I've been telling you that there are other ways than to stand up, as you said, stand and deliver.
But because we're standing, we must have from Stanford start, you know.
Yeah.
A stand and deliver what we want, you know.
But
that's the only thing we
I've been telling you that approach has to change. And I've been telling you a long time when nobody else was saying.
Wait, but when I say, Orville, how you going to change it when that is what the selectors are look for? The people who are stroke cricket ball not going to make it.
No.
Back of the line.
No, but I'm saying these ones that we are pick are by and large the better players we have enough. But you have to get it in
But they're all stand and deliver.
But you have to try change it, Rooney, just like how
just
like how you get Alzara.
You say you want Raheem Cornwall. Me don't know you want Raheem Cornwall.
No man, Cornwall. Give that choice. All right. Hindsight makes us all geniuses. But give that choice between Pooran and Raheem Cornwall on the other side. Who you have?
Yeah, take Pooran. All the time.
Poor and we average 9.2 or 10.
For that season here.
For the last 10 innings in play. No, me can guarantee you if Cornwall play, he might hurt you one at a time. Evan Lewis, what Evan Lewis doing at the tournament where Cornwall can do? And I know Cornwall
well, the reality of the situation is my boy not supposed to open. Myers not supposed to open. None way, none time.
Given the choice between Myers and Cornwall, a Cornwall may use.
You can't have Wushy and Lewis and the two of them now open. Then nothing off a step or three.
That's what I said to you,
Myers supposed to be playing there.
Hey, Cornwall now going to run the singles, but he might go end with a 140 strike rate.
But I think
he might go give you some explode. Pan him day, he might go lick with the ball better than
that is what I say. Better than Evan Lewis.
But all of them is pan him day, none of them no special. That's my point.